just let me wait to see everything's working right, and then I'll give you the go-ahead to go.
Okay. You guys see me? I'm going to take a piss. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're good to,
back,
you're good to start.
Good to start up?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, even lock's like my kryptonite. It's by far the deck that I have the worst time against.
Well, Even Lock was a lot better with our older version when we actually had ways to counter their things with the Hunter's Marks. But without that, if our early pressure doesn't stick, it's really hard for us unless we have a way to make the counter.
All right, so this looks like a complete keep. Because I can put Dire Mole on 1, Animal Companion on 2. I have Spring Paws in case I need them, in case he has 1 toughness things I need to get out of, and tracking to start digging for Master's Call and Rexar.
Yeah, we're looking for just like decent pressure, and then tracking can try and help us find a refill, or Rexar if we need to take it long.
Right, so this is an entire keep for all those reasons I mentioned.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're just hoping that he does not have the Razor Maw, the Dire Mole into the Razor Maw on turn 2.
I mean, that's the disadvantage of being the Hunter on the draw. I mean, Hunter on the play is much more powerful than Hunter on the draw in the Hunter mirror match.
So let's hope that he has a bad hand.
I mean, it's fine if he has Dire Mole. It's just the Dire Mole Razor Maw that's really punishing for us.
Right. Oh, he did nothing. Okay, so now we play the Dire Mole. So now if I pull the Razor Maw, I use a Razor Maw. If I don't, probably Coin Companion, but depending on what he plays. Because I may need to Spring Paw or something.
Why would we Coin Companion?
Because are we playing double Spring Paw is better? Or is 1 Spring Paw on track?
Well, I want you to think about that for a second. What do you think he's doing?
He's doing nothing. He's probably playing the Death Rattle Hunter. So I need to develop as much pressure as possible because I beat him in the short race. I got valued in the long race.
Even if that's true, why would Coin Companion be better?
Coin Companion either allows you to attack for 2 if it's Leok. If it's Misha, I'm attacking for 5 next turn. I'm attacking 5 this turn with Huffer.
It's just not. The thing is, the coin's very powerful. It provides flexibility in the way we play. Remember how I stressed options are key? So just double Spring Paw, right? Because it allows us to save the coin. If we roll Leok next turn, right, we attack for 6, or if we get a Huffer, we attack for 7. It basically is the same thing. Even if we get Misha, it's fine. I mean, maybe we lose a little bit of initial damage, but it still is going to push more total.
Right. Now here I can coin flanking this instead. Because it gets it off the board and I develop a 3-3 versus...
Yeah. And now you see why the coin just made all the difference right there. Imagine if we were just stuck playing a Spring Paw here. Now we'd be in a really awkward position. That changes the entire dynamic of the game so far. by just having saved the coin. It's the flexibility that you value because you're not pushing that much more damage.
He's playing MCT. That's the only downside. Okay. So now we flip the companion.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Misha. So let's see. Do I trade this off or trade this off so we don't get the second MCT? He had a really slow start, so he could have something like the second MCT in his hand.
What you do is you go Spring Paw and you triple trade into his mind control deck, and then you attack the 1/3 with your 3/3. Now we lose a lot of initial damage this way, but what it does is it prevents him from having a good flanking strike play. And it does set us up a little weak against the big taunt, but like you can still deal with that.
Right. Okay. Right, because the bear will be 8.
But if he doesn't have that there, what this does is it sets us up for big pressure plays from here on. Like, say he has to play a naked cube here, he probably will just to develop something on board.
All right, so if I draw Leok, it's 9. Huffer's 11. Another Misha is another Misha. He's going to kill one thing next turn. I can't seem to stop that. I could track also and get a Lynx out, but I don't know if I want 4. So I think I track.
Let's start with tracking.
Hyena is not bad. Life Drinker is good because over the top, and it does some burst right now, and I can play it. And losing both Hyenas is kind of crappy. And considering I doubled Unleash, I think I take Hyena.
It's a Life Drinker, and then what we're doing is we're playing the Companion.
And
then probably Lynx. Yeah, we get punished by Rexar potentially. So what you do is you hit him for 9, right? And then you hit in with the Lynx for 2. Because now you kind of protect yourself against Rexar a bit here.
Right. Okay, so you got the Leok.
But even if this is the case, like he does Rexar right, we still have a fair bit of damage to push against.
And there's Rexar, yeah.
Right. So this
is hero power. And
so because a Hyena would have been a lot less pressure here than a Life Drinker is. So that's why we took the Life Drinker, because now you can just go Drinker hero power, and then you can smash him in the face. And this is setting up, I believe, a kill before he gets to Katharina, which is what we really care about, is that he's not gonna
flip a full 12 toughness grizzly.
Well, at least if we don't have initial lethal, we'll be really close to probably just hero powering him over the top.
A naked cube, and he's playing a candle shot. Wow. Wow, okay. Alright, so Dire Frenzy is 10. Oh, Dire Frenzy and Unleashes the game.
No, it's not, because then you lose the hero power.
No, Dire Frenzy makes 10. Oh, no, you're right, I use the hero power, yeah. So, Master's Call in Dire Frenzy? Dire Frenzy, hero power, pass? Or an attack?
Yeah, Dire Frenzy, but what minion?
The Life Drinker.
Yeah.
That just goes over the top. If I can draw it next turn or whatever, and this is if he has a taunt wall or something like that. So I have multiple. Like he could get like a lifesteal rusher here, and then I could just top deck the.
Well, what we've done is we made it so he can't play Katharina. He has to be a beast, and it has to be lifesteal rush. Otherwise, he's just dead on board. And even if he does get a lifesteal rush, unless it's an insane one, right?
Right.
It doesn't.
It has to be like Mukla. Something big enough,
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay.
So, like, there were multiple points we could have lost that game had we, gone for the early companion. Could have been something that lost us that game, right? Because we would have lost a coin.
Right.
Another big one was if you didn't go for like the companion with the Leok play, right? Then you could have set yourself up to get 2 punished by Rexar to kill him before Katharina.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's important to know what threats are coming when. Most likely, I mean, he's going to have a couple generalized threats in those points, and you're not, like, you weren't trying to play around them. You're like, okay, well, how do I push the most damage here? You weren't thinking, well, what pushes the most damage over time, right?
Right.
You're thinking, how do I push the most initial damage? And that's a common misconception with hunters. It's like, pushing most initial damage is good.
It can be good, but it also can bite you in the butt later.
Well, when you go for hard early pushes, a lot of times what you do is you have narrow reach, right? So, like, losing coin can leave less flexible counterplay, and not having, the ability to, or playing around certain threats like Rexar that are, like, life-saving for him, can put him in a situation where he has the ability to come back.
Right, because Rexar in itself could be a big swing. I mean, it does do up to 14 damage spread across the board, so it can be a pretty big punish.
Well, the 5 armor is what's actually a really big deal.
Oh, and of course 5 armor, and the ability to value the value he can get if he high rolls on his build a beast. Okay, so next, ready for the next one?
Yeah.
That's mage. Okay, so mage. Most of the mages are odd or big spell. Big spell. I want Rexar. Odd. I want 3 toughness stuff. So I think this, and also too the value brought forth by having cheap, big butted minions is really good against them, against all of them. Even if it's a big spell mage or odd, or the odd tempo mage. It's like, not really tempo, but it plays like arcane missiles and whatnot. So I think this is an entire keep, because I can go mole, hero power, companion, and potentially dire frenzy something on 4.
That sounds good, but they're most likely killing everything we do. A lot of times this matchup goes long, and if the opportunity arises that we can go fast, that's okay. But I don't want to commit ourselves to an option that they're already wanting to play, right? You're playing his game by trying to play fast. So what you want to do is you want to just keep the dire mole, and that's it, right? We'd rather try and find things like Master's Call,
Rexar, tracking.
Rexar, things like Dire Frenzy can be good, but a lot of times I even still won't use Dire Frenzy early if I think, I can get to the Rexar to use it as a way to close out the game.
So dire maul here, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because their hero power makes it really hard for us to deal with they can just eat a lot of our threats.
Right. The fact that we're kind of in the 1 or 3, the only things that are 2 is the Razor Maw and the Hyena. A lot of times they're so they're overkilling in some cases. So he's probably putting a secret keeper. Oh no, he's freezing me. Okay.
He's thinking about can shot.
Yeah. So here I think I track, and then I'm probably going to spring paw into this guy.
It's actually just double spring paw. We don't need to commit to the tracking right now.
Okay, but I killed this guy though.
But with the back links, right?
Yeah, exactly the links. Yeah.
Because it does matter which one we trade with. Not all the time, but in the case that maybe he chooses to hero power 1/3 instead or something, maybe we get to a point where oh, maybe I want to dire frenzy this. Yeah, I see he did like that.
Right. So here I keep the wolves. I think do I track now? Because if I track, I could possibly get a hatchet, which would not be bad. I could get a razor maw, which gives me the chance to possibly make this like a 1/4 or something like that, or divine shield, and I still can. And then if I track and it's not great, I can still hero power.
No, we'd rather just go temper wolf with a hero power, right? Because that pushes enough damage that he's concerned about dealing with our board. He can't just develop a threat, or if he does, we can push even more damage. And again, we don't need to burn this tracking yet. We're not in a situation where we absolutely need to find something. We're just putting on good pressure right now.
Right. Okay. No reason to life drinker, I don't think here yet, because we want to maybe save that to go over the top.
I mean, Life Drinker kind of is the play, right? Because what we're thinking about is maybe just like getting out the 3/3 body, right? The Animal Companion isn't always guaranteed. Because if we roll a Huffer, he can just ping that off, but he can't ping off a Life Drinker.
Okay.
And again, it keeps just like, you want a mild amount of pressure. You don't want a lot all at once.
Okay.
Again, it's about like...
consistent sustained pressure and making try to...
MRX, possibly. We would have to talk about it at a time.
So he's going to go for Dragons here probably. So he's going for board wipe, yeah.
Yeah, but now you potentially have another companion hero power, right? Because, see, we're just kind of eking in damage here and there.
Right, although that's a bit annoying.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Okay. Very fair play. So now I guess we still do the Animal Companion hero power?
Yeah, it sucks. We were really looking for a Huffer. Well, that's bad.
Yeah, because he eats it pretty easy. Wow, that's a pretty busted turn. That's too much value. You might even play the Fire Eater. Oh, okay. That means he's doing 4 now, unless I can kill it. So now I think I have to track.
Oh, we start with A tracking here. Unleash.
Let's see. Unleash, right?
Yeah.
And then Unleash and Timberwolf, and then I kill one, I kill this, and then go face with the last one.
I mean,
I can just do 6. I can do 6 to his face, or I can do 3 to his face, and hero power, making it 5.
I think we actually just saved the Unleash combo because we can potentially do a 10 damage burst here. So it's just tracking again.
Okay. Master's Call.
Yeah, take the Master's Call.
Okay, and then cast the Master's Call?
It's not grabbing us like anything we initially want here. I think we just take a hero power here.
Okay.
I know this is really risky, but what I'm thinking about is potentially setting up a lethal.
Right. Yeah, we have to do it this turn because we're out of time. Because he has 14 on board. 16. I'm sorry, he has 16 available to himself. That's 4. That's 6. That's 8. That's not enough. I can only do 8. I don't think I have anything.
I guess we just have to go Unleash Timberwolf and then eat his guys and then play a weapon and then just smack him in the face with the weapon. So you gotta eat the 4/4 Clockwork Automaton.
Eat 4/2 and go face for 2?
Yeah.
Or do I hatch it?
No, you can't hatch it. You'll die. You'll die. You're dead if you do that.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's true.
We just have to hope he doesn't have Janali. If he has Janali, we lose.
Yeah, he has a lot of things we lose. There's a lot of things we lose because we have 4, we have 8. There it is. Yep. And he has it, of course. There you go. So I'm at 2, guaranteed. And kill command does not do anything.
We're dead.
Yeah.
I mean, we got in a situation where we were punished by not rolling a Huffer, or at least a Misha, to slow him down. I think that was a big, it's like for us, but like again, like we just mostly got punished by the fact that he had Dragon's Fury and Double Arcane.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. The Double Arcane put us on a too short of a clock. He shortened the game by like 2 turns. and made us make so plays. Where if he didn't have as much pressure, maybe we master's call, maybe we get something else out.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't lie on 7. Is this the same guy? I don't think so. No, it's culmination. Okay. All right. So here, I'm on the play. I mean, on the draw. I like the dire mole. I don't like the flanking as much. Although flanking is okay if he's playing the tempo odd. If he's playing the regular odd, and so the flanking's not good in a lot of the matchups. So I think we pitch the flanking.
No, we actually get rid of the companion and keep the flanking. The reason is because flanking is actually really important for counterplay early. Again, we're trying to sustain mild pressure that we can turn into massive burst instead of trying to push a lot of damage. Again, companion has a lot of weak points in it, and what flanking does is it provides his counterplay against his game. There is also arguments for pitching tracking, but I'm not really for pitching the tracking early.
Right.
A lot of these cases because it's just powerful enough. Yeah, most of them are odd mages right now.
Yeah. It's definitely decently strong. Although I don't think he's playing the aggressive one, which I don't think is that good. It has a lot of holes in it. But if I play the dire mole, he trades in and he kills it. So do I play the dire mole or do I track? Because he's going to do 3 to me or he's going to do 3 to it.
Well, I think. What do you think is the correct play?
I'm going to take 3, or I'm going to lose a card. I guess playing the card out, playing the dire mole is the correct play.
It's tracking.
It's tracking. Okay, you need to choose quickly then. Companion.
Hatchet.
Hatchet. Okay, interesting. And then we're not pointing out anything.
No.
Okay, so next turn we have. So I'm looking to possibly swing on. Yeah, so he's just going to do 3 to me. Okay, life drinker. That's good. So I'm not dire mole coining out the hatchet, am I? No, right. Dire mole coin out the hatchet and he kill his guy. That seems like a good play.
Other than you realize that we have no follow up.
Right, we have nothing to do on 3 then. Okay, so again, just hero power and pass.
I was going to say it was that hunter's hatchet and kills guy.
Oh, okay.
I mean, hero power pass is not a terrible line, but it's also not great because, now a flanking's not nearly as effective.
Right. I mean, I flank his guy, he gets card.
Well, no, you would have been able to make it so he couldn't have ping traded into your dude, right? That's right. The big point here. You missed out the.
Okay. So now if I play the dire mole and hatchet his 1/2, right, he's then going to ping trade again anyway.
So we still have to flanking, right? The flanking's still the play. The problem is you just set yourself up for a less ideal flanking because you didn't play the weapon.
Right.
Playing the weapon for a 2/2 is fine in some situations.
Okay.
Had we had the companion, right, or had we known we were gonna get a companion off the top, it would have been better to go for the dire mole coin hatchet. But we didn't know that we were gonna have a play, and you can't bank on having a play because that's unlikely in a lot of scenarios.
Yeah, we have 8.
If we had a master's call, it would have been a fine play too. But in that case, without knowing that we have a follow up, it's better to.
And then the companion, obviously, we're looking not for hover. And then, we could life drinker on 4, and if it somehow sticks, we can dire frenzy it. Or on 5, we can mole and dire frenzy, which isn't too terrible either, considering it's just a big butt. All right. Oh, okay. So I just flank his guy again then?
No.
No? We dire mole hatchet?
Yes, but why?
because it develops something. We save that flanking potentially for something better because we can hatch it. We also the hatchet is good now, and then a dire mole forces stick. He can't do 1 to it and then hit it for 2, and then we can follow up. We also have potentially 5 damage with the headhunter's hatchet and the flanking strike next turn if you play something with somehow the 5 toughness.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it also sets us up for like dire frenzy potentially if he just plays a 4/4, or if he just plays like 3/3, then maybe we're just like flanking again. What does that ultimately do in our game plan?
Right, the flank we're
trying
to swing.
What do I always talk about?
Well, you always want to set up. We always want to set up how to get control of the board in swing turns.
Maintaining options.
And now I have an option here because I can flank and hit this if I want to.
Yeah. Now we can like tracking and flanking it, right? Like, how much better does that work out, right, over these turns? Because we've
XR.
Yeah.
Okay. So right, exactly. So we have a lot of options here. Now we take 5, but we're going to get 5 back, and we maintain board.
Well, we have in this situation, board is really important.
Right, because he obviously is playing a heavy board controlling hero power. There's no hero. I think he's going to play the guy. Yeah. Unstoppable. So now I can hatchet his 4 and Rexar, get in for 1, and then start developing.
Yeah. Again, though, it's the Janali that I think he'll still get us with that. We can't really play around it, though.
Right.
This is a hard matchup for us, though.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, mage is except for tempo mage is always going to be a problem.
Well, the control mage isn't nearly as hard because we have a much better ability to play long game, and they don't have quite the pressure. But this has like a good mix between board control, pressure, and counterplay. So like they have all the ways to like kind of play around what we're doing. So we can't go for just like one hard game plan. We have to like play around multiple things. So it makes it really difficult for us to counter what he's doing.
It's harder to force him to make a bad play. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so he's going face on that one. So I guess we're okay. Interesting. Love to kill that if possible. Let's see. If I dire frenzy and unleash, I don't have enough still. Dire frenzy double spring ball is still not enough. So I can't do 7 that way. If I roll something with Animal Companion, if I roll Huffer, I would have to Unleash and roll Huffer. Unleash and roll, if I rolled Leok and Leash, that's still not enough. So I think build.
Well, no, we're going to start with Companion. We want to see what Companion we get here.
Okay. All right, so it's Huffer. So that's the only way I can kill it. So now I Unleash, or I double Spring Paw, and then I can still...
No, I think we just... Well... Yeah, I think you play the Spring Paw here, and then we're going to build... I'm just going to tell you exactly what to build here. So just kill his guys here, and then build really quickly, and I'll tell you exactly what to build.
Hatchling?
Yeah. Lifelink. Okay. Poison might have been good too, but I'm in a situation where I gotta get that fast. So right. Lifelink looks good. I didn't have enough time to really think that over.
That's fine. It's just a 4/3 life stealer. I don't think it's, and then it would be 7/5. 4/2. It's 4/2. Yeah, so 7/5. Okay, so we hard cast that. Okay. Rackling. I think it's Dire Frenzy because he can just hit it and then hit it. Although it's a great thing to have in the deck, I think we still build.
We're starting with build, so let's.
Yeah. The hatchling with the adapt.
Galog Crawler. It's just a bit cheaper.
It's cheaper and it's got a bigger butt on it anyway. Charge with 3/4 charger. 3/4 charger for 3.
It's the hunting mastiff. We want the flexibility of that as a removal.
Okay. So now, do I play? I could play Life Drinker and adapt it, or play the Life Drinker and the Zombies.
I think it has to be the Zombies. Dire Frenzy it. It keeps us alive. It helps keep us from dying right now.
Right, because odds of me to do 5 to it. He has to have the automaton and a fire eater, because then you can do 6 or 8. Is how he play. What order he plays it in.
But he's probably just trading, right, and then
pinging. Yeah, trading and pinging gives me 7 life.
Well, yeah, it counters what he's doing. It puts us at a higher life total, which buys us more time for building beasts. And it's not a terrible beast to have Dire Frenzied in general, right? Because it works well with a Rhino. Allows counterplay options.
Right. And then next turn, if I needed 8 damage on, so let's say he played Janalai, I could kill it with this.
Exactly. That's why we took it, right? Because worst case, if he plays a Janalai, then we still have at least a counterplay option.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't leave us completely dead in the water.
Right. Because there's no Hunter's Mark in this deck to rescue the day on an 8/8. And we're not praying to roll poison.
I think he's going to try and just roll and hit it. Oh no, he's going to blow it up. Which I think we're fine with. I mean, we still have other ways to get life steal. And we still have things like Life Drinker to help us out.
Oh, these freaking Arcane Tyrants. Quite annoying. Another Dire Frenzy. Interesting. So I can Dire Frenzy the Rhino and kill this. But I don't have a build beast that turn. Dire Frenzy almost anything. Unless I Dire Frenzy this, but that still doesn't give me initiative. A Dire Frenzy the Rhino, I can kill this, and it still has 4 toughness.
Yeah, which makes it a good play, right? Because and it also sets up, if we get the Master's Call, right, we can pick up that and potentially one of the Raptors, which would be a really powerful combination.
Right. So, but I'm killing his 4/4, that's correct?
Yeah, we're killing.
Okay. Right, and then now my Life
This keeps us with a minion on board that he has to kill, right? And if he can't kill it, then it leaves us in a terrible situation.
Yep, there's Jaina. They always manage to get Jaina. All right, there's all of his life steal. Okay, so now Hatchet is good because I can hatchet that down. I can trade into this I want. I think I build here because I have enough cheap stuff.
Yeah, we build.
Well, this will have charge. So this, I could blow up his board. I could blow up his small board with this.
Yeah, we probably went the bat.
Okay. And then Wind Fury, right? Because that'll be 5 mana versus 8 with stealth.
We probably went the stealth, right?
Okay. But so am I not playing it this turn then?
No, I think we do play it. I think we play it and trade it because it kills off his guy, right? The Wind Fury doesn't kill off his guy, right? We have to pay extra stuff to invest in killing it, right?
So now I trade into his Water Elemental.
Yeah.
And then go face with the Rhino.
Yeah, we're thinking about managing the board right now, right?
Right. That does manage the board better, yeah. And then obviously getting the hatchet going, if we get lifesteal running here, and then we do get to manage the board a little bit better too. I'd like to be a higher life total. And then we can also adapt this Rhino, which wouldn't be horrible, depending on maybe give it some more toughness or Divine Shield or something like that.
Again, he also just doesn't have a good way to kill this Rhino. Like his deck, the problem with the odd mage decks, they have a lot of build things, but it's hard for him to easily deal with it.
So we build, right? Or do we try to adapt the Life Drinker?
I think we adapt on our Rhino, right? And then we double Echo Rush kill this guy.
Okay. The 1/1?
Yeah, +1/+1.
Okay. And we double Rush kill his guy.
But use your Rhino on his 1/2, and the reason we're doing that is if he has a Flame Strike, he can't generate a Water Elite.
Okay, so use the Rhino on the 1-2, not the Razor Maw.
Yes, not the Razor Maw, right? Because you're preventing him from pinging the Razor Maw and generating a water rally, and you're preventing him from using Flame Strike and generating a water rally, right?
Okay.
Both ways are good.
Right. Yeah, exactly. We're keeping. Okay, that makes sense.
So now if he just goes for a Flame Strike, right, he just wants to get rid of this Rhino on board because it's been a problem all game.
And it was kind of a weak turn playing out the Baku. Indicates that maybe his hand isn't that strong. Because again, like, do you really want to play Baku?
Or he just doesn't want to invest removal yet. Like, he probably has the board wipes, like a Flame Strike. He just doesn't want to invest it because, like, it's just so little value just to kill a Singleton Rhino, right? He's using such a powerful move to do so little.
Right. He's hitting it for 1.
The darkness.
Which does nothing because it never procs. So, oh, look, 7/5 lifesteal.
Yeah, we start with Build-A-Beast.
Okay, so I'm saying, do we have lethal? Because this is 9. That's 16.
We don't. Or, I mean, like, let's look. So we have
9.
13.
16. This is 6. This is 22. This is 24. So we have 24. And then we can still build. So we could also get like
take the Halazi.
Take the Halazi, not the fledgling. I have charge.
I guess yeah, the fledgling is actually fine. Yeah. Take the Gastropod because we can use that with our Rhino. Do the play you just talked about, the Life Drinker, and send everything base, right? He can trade and kill our Rhino, or he can Flame Strike. But like if he's at 4, right, and he does one of those plays, he doesn't stay alive. Because we have, we'll have like 11 on the crackback. So even if he gains armor here, he goes 12. Yeah, he gains 7, right? No, he goes down to, he goes down to 3. And then even if he gains armor here, right, with an Artificer, it shouldn't matter. I wouldn't have gone for this play if we just didn't have lethal on the crackback.
Right. Yeah, because I have lethal right here. 5.
Yeah.
Well, one thing you taught me is when you have the opportunity to get them to get them low, sometimes it's better to actually just get them down low, and then you know that you have follow up. It's not like you're getting them down low with 0 cards in your hand and no hero power.
Well, it's showing that if we get them down low, that it matters, right? Because sometimes you can get them down low, but it doesn't mean you have to guarantee lethal, right? The thing is about getting them down low there was that because we would have had to trade otherwise, right?
Exactly. It forced him to deal with the board then. And we had, again, having that second Rhino over the top was definitely really good because he had no taunt, having no taunt. All right, a different mage, not the same guy. We would have the early game here, but you're saying early game is probably not good, and the Razor Maw is also pretty weak against if he's odd. So I think maybe this. Keep 1 hatchet and keep the Dire Maul. We are on the draw.
Good. Yeah, that is the correct keep.
Okay.
Because if we were on the play, we would keep the
crackling Razor Maul?
Yeah, crackling. But the thing is, if he's odd, which most of them are right now, some form of odd.
So we're hoping he doesn't have a 1 drop, which he doesn't. So now I can more safely play at the Dire Maul. And then if he does play a 1 drop, I can hatch it up and hatchet it.
Yeah, if you've noticed, what I've been trying to do is make it so, because the way we want to deal with threats is not by like power playing people with like a bunch of damage. It's to like kind of control the board.
Okay, so we play the hatchet. Do I go face with the hatchet? That's one thing.
I don't think so.
Okay. So we just play the hatchet.
It is a little punished by Ooze, but I don't think a lot of them are playing Ooze right now. There's just not a ton of weapons in the metagame right now, so Ooze is kind of a tech pick. It can happen, but it's better for us to maintain the ability to just like kill more things, right?
Right. Yeah. And now we can kill that because obviously I can coin flanking it. Or do I want to use the weapon and hit it with the dire maul? But I want to kind of force him. Yeah, I think coin flanking it is better.
Thinking about it for a second. We have a lot of options here. We could either go trade and then weapon and then master's call, or we could go flanking. But I think the flanking play is correct. It's by a small margin. What I'm thinking about, though, is maybe potentially hitting our dire maul next turn, because if he doesn't kill it with a ping or something, right, we can dire frenzy it, maybe.
Right. Well, this also incentivizes him to try to kill.
I think we can hit him once with the weapon now. Now we have maybe a potential reasonable counter pressure state that, like, the burst could matter.
Hmm. Yeah, and this also incentivizes him to drop the guy that does the fire eater to try to kill the wolf, and that allows me to dire frenzy dire maul.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Mm-hmm.
So now we dire frenzy the dire maul and smack him in the face for 4, and then we kill the guy with the hatchet.
Yes.
Right, so now we force him to potentially have another fire eater, or hit it and then try to arcane missiles it dead, or things like that, or hit it over 2 turns. And then next turn we can master's call and potentially razor mutt, or master's call hero power, worst case. We're hoping to master's call and razor mutt, I'm guessing.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. So then we definitely weapon that then. But first we master's call, I'm guessing. Okay. Good. So now we crackling it first, right? Because what if it's like divine shield? Would we trade the divine? No, we would still weapon it.
I think we're cracking here to see what we get here off of it first.
I mean, it's gonna die with
the liquid membrane. He can't.
Yeah, that's the only thing that doesn't. Yeah, that's the thing that doesn't kill it. Yeah.
Right, he could maybe use like missiles or something, but he seems like more the control versions that we've been seeing, not like the hard aggro versions.
Right, because those have secret keepers, dire moles, and fireflies and whatnot.
Yeah.
He's freezing it. Okay. Well, that also sets me up for an unleash hyena Timberwolf play. Although no, it doesn't. I can't kill everything. I'm only going to get 2 on unleash. And then trades into it. Also, of course, I want to sacrifice the hyena, so I could go hyena, Timberwolf, and unleash. Trade. The hyena gets bigger, but the hyena's going to die because it's only going to have a 4 toughness. He's going to put the glacial shard in.
I think we just have to play the life drinker and hero power him in the face. I don't love it, but like I want to save the unleashed Timberwolf line for maybe a potential lethal line.
Right, as he plays Jan'alai, he's going to have other 2 creatures, so he can have something like 5 creatures on board, and that's 15 over the top. Not 15 over the top, but 15 down his throat.
Kills this, yeah, he'll get another card, and he'll probably trade and get out a big threat. But
well, there's a Tuck Creeper. Okay, so life drinker, hero power again, or life drink. What about companion here is obviously not ideal because if it's Huffer, it's terrible. Misha's not bad, and Leok is not bad.
I think we start with the companion and just see what we get here.
And that's, of course, the bad one. And the hyena doesn't even say, like, I've played the hyena, it doesn't really matter. I'd have to play the hyena and the wolf.
I think maybe you just go for double hyena here, trade into his guy. It's really awkward, but it kind of like sets it up so that he can't kill off both these hyenas.
Right.
See James a flame strike, which he might do, but you know, again, we don't have a lot of options here.
Right.
And we don't have the refill to kind of play this super late. But like what this does is maybe set up for a counterplay Unleash line, like double Timberwolf if one of these lives.
He's drawing a lot more cards. Oh, let's see. There's a Blizzard. Oh, Flame Strike. Yeah.
Again, like I knew that this was a very real punish, but we just didn't.
We don't have a choice. Yeah. And of course, there's the non-juiced up Dire Maul, right? Life Drinker Dire Maul and Hero Power.
I guess. I mean, it's bad, but like again, we haven't hit enough value this game to put it out of it going another way, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah. So what we're hoping for since we're 30, we're hoping for he gets the wide board and we can do something like, 15 in one turn. We can get him down to 15, and that's kind of the goal. Or possibly the second.
I mean, not having Rexar doesn't leave us in the same situation we did, last game. But
right.
I still think we played this in the best way we could.
Yeah, I agree.
And this is just a hard matchup.
Yeah, hard matchup, and we also have it kind of low rolled. Wow, he's sacrificing that. That's kind of weird. You think he wouldn't, but okay. Okay, so one of the fatter Dire Mauls. So kill his guy, play the Dire Maul, and Hero Power.
I think we have to go for the Unleash line here.
Okay, so are we going to unleash in both Timberwolves?
Yeah. Then just send everything face that we can. We're gonna have to trade one in. Yeah, he could punish us again with the Flame Strike, but we just don't have a choice at this point.
Right.
This is our only realistic way, I think, to close out this game. I guess we just play the Dire Maul. Like, we're all in at this point, so
we're all in. Yeah, exactly.
We're commit to it. Yes, there's many lines we can get punished with that we're aware of, but sometimes you just have to identify where you can win and just hope that they can't, make the punish line.
Right.
If he has it, he has it. Right.
So he also has a double Artificer.
Yeah. I mean, and we can concede here. We lose, right? And that's fine. We made the best line we could to try and give ourselves the best possible chance we could. And I don't regret making that decision, right? We could have traded into his guy and maybe played around, but we still would have lost that way too, right?
Right.
So it doesn't help us to make that line. We just have to go for, maybe he doesn't have a way to punish us.
Right, exactly. We don't have a choice. If he has the Artificer and the Flame Strike, we're dead.
Yeah, you just have to identify like where your outs potentially are.
Right. So now this priest, it could be the wall priest, but a lot of times it's the dragon control priest. And at this level, anybody playing Xerix is going to be playing it wrong. I'm thinking we pitch this whole hand.
Yeah. Looking for like a 1 and a 2 drop and maybe a Dire Frenzy in there.
Right. We have Razor Maul. No, not fun. Hopefully we're ripping a 1 drop. Nope, it's a Life Drinker. Not a lot of pressure right now. And Cleric. There's a Razor Maul.
You're just going to have to play a Razor Maul.
Naked Razor Maul, yeah. Okay, well at least I can kill his 1/3. He's not going to get a lot of value out of it. Okay, Companion. Instead of trying to adapt this.
It's really bad if we roll I guess it's only like really good if we roll a Misha. I guess we have to go for it.
Okay.
I was thinking about maybe just Unleash instead. Yeah. Got the
Okay, we high roll. Yay. Well, this guy's playing the dragon control, so he's looking to Duskbreaker at some point. So he might trade into the Misha and then be Duskbreaking on 4, or he might, yeah, probably, yeah. I was thinking maybe we might coin Duskbreaker on 3, but that didn't seem like a wise play. But yeah, so he's either going to kill it with this guy. So now, do we bother with adapting, figuring he's probably going to Duskbreaker?
Well, I think we do because it can protect our Misha, right? There's multiple ones that can protect it. Right? We could end up with no protection, but like we're looking for maybe the thing that puts out the best possible line for us, and this is probably it.
3 health, right?
3 health. So now you trade the 3/1 in
to the 2/2.
Yeah. So then he can't Duskbreaker full on punish us.
Do I need to track here or hero?
No, hero. Because if we need to, we can tracking next turn if we need like a flanking, right, to kill this guy.
That's true, yeah. Like if he does Duskbreaker, then obviously killing it off with flanking strike is nice. Oh, he's shadow visioning. He's pretty much probably going to heal himself then, unless he draws another shadow visions to shadow visions again. Yep, he's healing himself. Okay, good. So we have at least 7.
So we start with the tracking here.
Yeah. The hatchet starts smacking them. The kill command is the kill command is over the top 8, 10 total. On turn 9 we have 10 total over the top. I'm thinking kill command.
Yeah, I think it's kill command too.
Okay.
I think we have to just jump the gun here and go the life drinker because he's one turn away from the screen, right? Which sets us up for a power play.
So life drinker now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, because this sets us up so that we have lethal next turn, right?
Yeah, right, exactly. We'll have lethal next turn unless he deals with the board. And he's casting a spell. Oh, he's Mass Hysteriaing. He's coined Mass Hysteriaing. He wants it to live. Not a bad play.
It does mean he's one turn away from the...
Now he can't scream. Okay, so here, I guess we Hyena and Dire Frenzy it?
Yeah, because we don't want him to call it.
And if he somehow develops some kind of board, we're going to be able to do a whole lot of mess.
Well, he probably doesn't develop a board here. Probably just like plays a Drake and then kills himself or something. Some are running Shadow Ward Death.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he is.
All right, so still not a lot of value. He's probably going to scream next turn. So I'm thinking hero power at 5 to the face.
Yeah, don't burn the kill command. We don't want him to know.
And don't play the other hyena.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Force him to scream a single creature, potentially. And he did. Master Call.
Yeah.
All right. This is interesting. Possibly we play. See, we have 10 over the top now on the sneaky side. But it winds up being a pretty good play to play Life Trigger in 1 Spring Paw. Or do we hero power?
I think we play the hyena with a 1 Spring Paw and then hero power. It's a little bit awkward, but we still have a lot of burst in our hand, so we can set up burst in a couple different ways.
Yeah, like I said, we have 10 over
Even
top.
if he plays his Death Knight here, I still think we can kind of...
Right, exactly. He plays his Death Knight. We have 10 over the top.
If he screamed, then we can punish him for that because he can't heal and scream.
Yeah, well, we win if he screams, we win. We won because they played.
And this is why we kind of save the kill command with the Life Drinker, right? Because in a lot of scenarios, they might make different plays, assuming you have certain lines, right? Because like they're not expecting like high damage burst plays like this, so a lot of times they'll take maybe a greed or scream, right, just to keep themselves alive.
Right. He was going for I kind of felt like the panicky scream, but he was just saw that himself was pretty low. I won one game to last season to get.
Just let me wait to see everything's working all right, and then I'll let you give the go ahead to go.
Okay. I'm going to take another piss. I'll be right back.
All right, you're good. You're good to start.
Good to start up.
Yeah.
Okay. Even Lock is like my kryptonite. It's by far the deck that I have the worst time against.
Well, Even Lock was a lot better with our old version when we actually had ways to counter their things with the hunter's marks.
Mm-hmm.
But without that, you know, if our early pressure doesn't stick, it's really hard for us unless we have a way to make the.
All right. So this looks like a complete keep. So I can put a dire mole on 1, animal companion on 2. I have spring paws in case I need them, in case he has 1 toughness things I need to get out of, and tracking to start digging for Master's Call and Rexar.
Yeah, we're looking for just like a decent pressure, and tracking can try and help us find a refill or Rexar if we need to try like take long.
Right. So this is an entire keep for all those reasons I mentioned.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're just hoping that he does not have the razor maul, the dire maul into the razor maul on turn 2.
I mean, that's the disadvantage of being the hunter on the draw. I mean, hunter
right.
on the play is much more powerful than hunter on the draw in the hunter mirror match.
So let's hope that he has a bad hand.
I mean, it's fine if he has dire maul. It's just the dire maul razor maul that's really punishing for us.
Right. Oh, he did nothing. Okay, so now we play the dire mole.
Mm-hmm.
So now if I pull the razor maul, I use a razor maul. If I don't, probably coin companion, depending on what he plays, because I might need to spring ball something.
Why would we coin companion?
Because playing double spring paw is better, or it's 1 spring paw on track.
Well, I want you to think about that for a second. What do you think he's doing?
He's doing nothing, so he's probably playing the Death Rattle Hunter. So I need to develop as much pressure as possible, because I beat him in the short race. I get outvalued in the long race.
Even if that's true, why would coining companion be better?
But with coining companion either allows me to attack for 2 if it's Leok. If it's Misha, I'm attacking for 5 next turn. I'm attacking for 5 this turn with Huffer.
It's just not. The thing is, the coin's very powerful, and it provides flexibility in the way we play. Remember how I stressed options are so just double spring paw, right? Because it allows us to save coin. If we roll Leok next turn, right, we attack for 6, or if we get a Huffer, we attack for 7. It basically is the same thing. Even if we get Misha, it's fine. I mean, maybe we lose a little bit of initial damage, but it still is going to push more total.
Right. Now here I can coin flanking instead, because it gets it off board, and I develop a 3/3 versus.
Yeah. And now you see why the coin just made all the difference right there. Imagine if we were just stuck playing a spring paw here. Now we'd be in a really awkward position. that changes the entire dynamic of the game so far. By just having saved the coin. It's the flexibility that you value, because you're not pushing that much more damage.
He's playing MCT, that's the only downside. Okay. So now we flip the companion.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Misha. So let's see. Do I trade this off or trade this off so we don't get the second MCT? He had a really slow start, so he could have something like the second MCT in his hand.
What you do is you go Spring Paw, and you triple trade into his mind control deck, and then you attack the 1/3 with your 3/3. Now we lose a lot of initial damage this way, but what it does is it prevents him from having a good flanking strike play, and it does set us up a little weak against the big taunt, but like we can still deal with that.
Right. Okay. So, right, because the bear will be 8.
If he doesn't have that there, what this does is it sets us up for big pressure plays from here on. Like, say he has to play a naked cube here. He probably will, just to develop something on board.
All right, so if I draw Leok, it's 9. Huffer's 11. Another Misha is another Misha. He's going to kill one thing next turn. I can't seem to stop that. I could track also and get a Lynx out, but I don't know if I want 4. So I think I track.
Let's start with tracking.
Hyena is not bad. Life Drinker is good because it's over the top, and it does some more burst right now, and I can play it. And losing both hyenas is kind of crappy. And considering I have double unleash, I think I take a hyena.
It's a life drinker, and then what we're doing is we're playing the companion.
And
then probably the Lynx. How we get punished by Rexar potentially. So what you do is you hit him for 9, right? And then you hit in with the Lynx for 2. Because now you kind of protect yourself against Rexar a bit here.
Right. Okay. So you got the Leok.
But even if this is the case, like he does Rexar, right, then we still have a fair bit of damage to push against.
And there's Rexar, yeah.
Right. So this
is... because hero power. And...
So, because a hyena would have been a lot less pressure here than a life drinker is. So that's why we took the life drinker, because now you can just go drink your hero power, and then you can smash him in the face. And this is setting up, I believe, a kill before he gets to Katharina. Which is what we really care about, is that he's not gonna
flip a full 12 toughness grizzly.
Well, at least if we don't have initial lethal, we'll be really close to probably just like hero powering him over the top.
A naked cube, and he's playing a candle shot. Wow. Wow. Okay. All right. So Dire Frenzy is 10. Oh, Dire Frenzy unleashes the game.
No, it's not, because you then lose the hero power.
No, Dire Frenzy makes 10. Oh, no, you're right, I use the hero power, yeah. So, Master's Call and Dire Frenzy? Dire Frenzy, hero power, pass? Or an attack?
Yeah, Dire Frenzy, but what minion?
The Life Drinker.
Yeah, because...
That just goes over the top. If I can draw it next turn or whatever, and he has a taunt wall or something like that. So I have multiple, like he could get like a lifesteal rusher here, and then I could just top deck the...
Well, what we've done is we've made it so he can't play Katharina. He has to be able to beast. It has to be a lifesteal rush, otherwise he's just dead on board. And even if he does get a lifesteal rush, unless it's in the same one, right?
Right.
It doesn't...
it has to be like Mukla. Something big enough, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay.
So, like, there were multiple points we could have lost that game had we, gone for the early companion. Could have been something that lost us that game, right? Because we would have lost the coin.
Right.
Another big one was if you didn't go for, like, the companion with a Leok play, right, then you could have set yourself up to get 2 punished by Rexar to kill him before Katharina. So, like, it's important to note what threats are coming when. Most likely, I mean, he's going to have a couple generalized threats in those points, and you're not, like... You weren't trying to play around them. You're like, okay, well, how do I push the most damage here? You weren't thinking, well, what pushes the most damage over time, right?
Right.
You're thinking, how do I push the most initial damage? And that's a common misconception with Hunter. It's like, pushing the most initial damage is good.
It can be good, but it also can bite you in the butt later.
Well, when you go for hard early pushes, a lot of times what you do is you have narrow reach, right? So, like, losing coin can leave less flexible counterplay, and not having, the ability to, or playing around certain threats like Rexar that are, like, life-saving for him can put him in a situation where he has the ability to come back.
Right, because Rexar in and of itself could be a big swing, because, I mean, it does do up to 14 damage spread across the board, so it can be a pretty punish.
Well, the 5 armor is what's actually a really big deal.
Oh, and of course the 5 armor, and the ability to value he can get if he high rolls on his build of beasts. Okay, so ready for the next one?
Yeah.
That's mage. Okay, so mage. Most mages are odd or big spell. Big spell. I want Rexar. Odd. I want 3 toughness stuff. So I think this, and also do the value brought forth by having cheap, big butted minions is really good against them, against all of them. Even if it's a big spell mage or odd, or the odd tempo mage. It's not really tempo, but it plays like arcane missiles and whatnot. So I think this is an entire key, because I can go mole, hero power, companion, and potentially fire frenzy something on 4.
That sounds good, but they're most likely killing everything we do. A lot of times this matchup goes long, and if the opportunity arises that we can go fast, that's okay. But I don't want to commit ourselves into an option that they're already wanting to play, right? You're playing his game by trying to play fast. So what you want to do is you want to just keep the dire mole, and that's it, right? We'd rather try and find things like Master's Call,
Rexar.
Rexar. Things like Dire Frenzy can be good, but a lot of times I even still won't use Dire Frenzy early if I think, I can get to Rexar to use it as a way to close out the game.
So dire maul here, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because the hero power makes it really hard for us to deal with they can just, like, eat a lot of our threats.
Right. The fact that we're kind of like in the 1 or 3, the only things that are 2 is the Razor Maw and the Hyena, but a lot of times they're and Huffer. So they have to, like, they're overkilling in some cases. So here's how we put like a secret keeper. Oh no, he's freezing me. Okay.
He's thinking about Candle Shot.
Yeah. So here I think I track, and then I'm probably going to spring paw into this guy.
It's actually just double spring paw. We don't need to commit to tracking right now.
Okay, but I killed this guy though.
But what about the backlinks, right?
Yeah, exactly, the links, yeah.
Because it does matter which one we trade with. Not all the time, but like in the case that maybe he chooses hero power 1/3 instead or something, like maybe we get to a point where like, oh, maybe I want to Dire Frenzy this. Yeah, I see, he did it like that.
Right. So here I keep the wolves. I think do I track now? Because if I track, I could possibly get a hatchet, which would not be bad. I could get a razor maw, which gives me the chance to possibly make this like a 1/4 or something like that, or divine shield. And I still can. And then if I track and it's not great, I can go hero power.
No, we'd rather just go a temper wolf with a hero power, right? Because that pushes enough damage that he's concerned about dealing with our board. He can't just develop a threat, or if he does, like we can push even more damage. And again, like we don't need to burn the tracking yet. We're not in like a situation where we absolutely need to find something. We're just putting on good pressure right now.
Right. Okay. No reason to life drinker, I don't think here yet. We want to maybe save that to go over the top.
I mean, Life Drinker kind of is the play, right? Because what we're thinking about is maybe just like getting out the 3/3 body, right? The Animal Companion isn't always guaranteed, because if we roll a Huffer, he can just ping that off, but he can't ping off Life Drinker.
Okay.
And again, it keeps just like, you want a mild amount of pressure. You don't want a lot all at once.
Okay.
Again, it's not like...
consistent, sustained pressure, and make him try to...
MRX, possibly. We would have to talk about it ahead of time.
So he's going for Dragon's Fury here, probably. So I think he's going for a board wipe, yeah.
Yeah, but now you potentially have another companion hero power, right? Because, see, we're just kind of eking in damage here and there.
Right, although that's a bit annoying.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Okay, very fair play. So now I guess we still do the Animal Companion hero power?
Yeah, it sucks. We really are looking for a Huffer. Well, that's bad.
Yeah, because he eats it pretty easy. Wow, that's a pretty busted turn. That's too much value. You might even play the Fire Eater. Oh, okay. Means he's doing 4 now, unless I can kill it. So now I think I have to track.
Well, we start with A tracking here.
Let's see, unleash, right?
Yeah.
And then unleash and Timberwolf, and then I kill one, I kill this, and then go face with the last one.
I mean,
I can do 6, right? I can do 6 to his face, or I can do 3 to his face and hero power, making it 5.
I think we actually just save the Unleash combo, because we can potentially do a 10 damage burst here. So it's just tracking again.
Okay. Master's Call.
Yeah, take the Master's Call.
Okay, and then cast the Master's Call?
It's not grabbing us like anything initially want here. I think we just take a hero power here.
Okay.
I know this is really risky, but what I'm thinking about is potentially setting up a lethal.
Right. Yeah, we have to do it. We have to do it this turn because we're out of time. Because he has 14 on board. 16. I'm sorry. He has 16 available to himself. That's 4. That's 6. That's 8. That's not enough. I can only do 8. I don't think I have anything.
I guess we just have to go unleash Timberwolf and then eat his guys and then play a weapon and then just smack him in the face with the weapon. So you gotta eat the 4/4 Clockwork Automaton.
Eat the 4/2 and go face for 2?
Yeah.
Or do I hatch it?
No, you can hatch it. You'll die. You're dead if you do that.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's true.
We just have to hope he doesn't have Janali. If he's Janali, we lose.
Yeah, he's a lot of things we lose. There's a lot of things we lose. We have 4. We have 8. There it is. Yep. And he has it, of course. There you go. So I'm at 2, guaranteed. And kill command does not do anything.
We're dead.
Yeah.
I mean, we got in a situation where we were punished by not running a Huffer or at least a Misha to slow him down. I think that was a big, it sucked for us. But, again, we just mostly got punished by the fact that he had Dragon's Fury, double Arcane.
Right, yeah, exactly. The double Arcane put us not too short of a clock. He shorted the game by, 2 turns. and made us make so-so plays where he didn't have as much pressure. Maybe we master his call. Maybe we get something else out.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't Jan'alai on 7. Is it the same guy? I don't think so. No, culmination. Okay. All right. So here, I'm on the play. I mean, on the draw. I like the dire mole. I don't like the flanking as much. Although flanking's okay if he's playing the tempo odd. If he's playing the regular odd, and so the flanking's not good into a lot of the matchups. So I think we pitch the flanking.
No, we actually get rid of the companion and keep the flanking. The reason is because flanking is actually really important for counterplay early. Again, we're trying to sustain mild pressure that we can turn into massive burst instead of trying to push a lot of damage. Again, companion has a lot of weak points in it, and what flanking does is it provides counterplay against his game. There is also arguments for pitching tracking, but I'm not really for pitching the tracking early.
Right.
In a lot of these cases, because it's just powerful enough. Most of them are odd mages right now.
Yeah. It's definitely decently strong. Although I don't think he's playing the aggressive one, which I don't think is that good. It has a lot of holes in it. But if I play the dire mole, he trades and he kills it. So do I play the dire mole or do I track? Because he's going to do 3 to me or he's going to do 3 to it.
Well, I think, what do you think is the correct play?
I'm going to take 3, or I'm going to lose a card. I guess playing the dire mole is the correct play.
It's tracking.
It's tracking, okay. You need to choose quickly then. Companion? Hatchet, okay, interesting. And then we're not coining out anything.
No.
Okay, so next turn, so I'm looking to possibly swing on. So he's just going to do 3 to me. Okay, life drinker, that's good. So I'm not dire mole and coining out the hatchet, am I? Oh, I can dire mole, coin out the hatchet, and kill his guy. That seems like a good play. Other than
you realize that we have no follow-up.
Right, we have nothing to do on 3 then. Okay, so again, we just hero power and pass.
I was going to say it was the headhunter touch it and kill his guy.
Oh, okay.
I mean, hero power pass is not a terrible line, but it's also not great, because now a flanking's not nearly as effective.
Right. I mean, I flank his guy, he gets a card.
Well, no, you would have been able to make it so he couldn't have pin traded into your dude, right? That's the big point here. You missed out the...
Okay, so now if I play the dire mole and hatchet is 1/2, right? He's then gonna ping trade again anyway.
So we still have flanking, right? The flanking's still the play. The problem is you just set yourself up for a less ideal flanking because you didn't play the weapon.
Right.
Playing the weapon for a 2/2 is fine in some situations.
Okay.
Had we had the companion, right, or had we known we were gonna get a companion off the top, it would have been better to go for the dire mole, coin hatchet. But we didn't know that we were gonna have a play, and you can't bank on having a play because that's unlikely in a lot of scenarios.
Yeah, we made with 8.
If we had a master's call, it would have been a fine play too. But in that case, without knowing that we have a follow up, it's better to.
And then the companion, obviously, we're looking not for Huffer. And then, or we can life drinker on 4, and then if it somehow sticks, we can dire frenzy it. Or we can, or on 5, we can mole and dire frenzy, which isn't too terrible either, considering it's just a big butt. All right. Oh, okay. So I just flank his guy again then? No. We dire mole hatchet?
Yes, but why?
because it develops something. We save the flanking potentially something better because we can hatch it. And also, the hatchet is good now. And then a Dharmal forced to stick. He can't do 1 to it and then hit it for 2. And then we follow up. We also have potentially 5 damage with Headhunter's Hatchet and the Flanking Strike in next turn if you play something with somehow with a 5 toughness.
Yeah. Well,
okay, so
the thing is, it also sets up for like the Dire Friends potentially if you just play a 4/4, or if you just play like a 3/3. Maybe we're just like flanking again. What does that ultimately do in our game plan?
Right, the flanking.
What do I always talk about?
Well, you always want to set up. We always want to set up how to control the board and swing turns.
Maintaining options.
And now I have an option here because I can flank and hit this if I wanted to.
Yeah. Now we can like tracking flanking it, right? Like how much better does that work out, right, over these turns because we
Rexar.
Yeah.
Okay. So exactly. So we have a lot of options here. Now we take 5, but we're going to get 5 back, and we maintain board. And we have.
In this situation, board is really important.
Right, because he obviously is playing a heavy board controlling hero power. There's no hero power. Then he's going to play the guy. Yeah. Unstoppable. So now I can hatchet his 4 and Rexar, get in for 1, and then start developing.
Yeah. Again, though, it's the Janali that I think he'll still get us with that. We can't really play around it, though.
Right.
This is a hard matchup for us, though.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, mages, except for tempo, mages always seem to be a problem.
Well, the control mage isn't nearly as hard because we have a much better ability to play long game, and they don't have quite the pressure. But this has like a good mix between board control, pressure, and counterplay. So like they have all the ways to like kind of play around to what we're doing. So we can't go for just like one hard game plan, and we have to like play around multiple things. So it makes it really difficult for us.
Okay.
To counter what he's doing.
It's hard. It's hard to force him to make the bad play. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going face on that one. So I'm guessing we're. Okay, interesting. Would love to kill that if possible. Let's see. If I Dire Frenzy and Unleash, I don't have enough still. Dire Frenzy, Double Spring Paw is still not enough. I can't do 7 that way. If I roll something with Animal Companion, if I roll Huffer, still I have to Unleash and roll Huffer. Unleash and roll. If I rolled Leok and Unleash, it's still not enough. So I think we build.
Well, no, we're gonna start with a companion. We want to see what companion we get here.
Okay. All right, so it's Huffer. So that's the only way I can kill it. So now I Unleash, or I double Spring Paw, and then I can still.
No, I think we just. Well. Yeah, I think you play the Spring Paw here, and then we're going to build. I'm just going to have to tell you exactly what to build here. So just kill those guys here, and then build really quickly, and I'll tell you exactly what to build.
Hatchling?
Yeah. Lifelink. Okay. Poison might have been good too, but I'm in a situation where I gotta get that out fast. So
right.
And Lifelink looks good. I didn't have enough time to fully think that over.
That's fine. It's just a 4/3 life stealer. I don't think it's, and then it would be 7/5 and 4/2. Oh, it's 4/2. Yeah, so 7/5. Okay, so we hard cast that. Okay. Rackling. I think it's Dire Frenzy because he can just hit it and then hit it. Although it's a great thing to have in the deck, I think we still build.
We're starting with build, so let's.
Yeah. The hatchling, the adapt.
Galaka Crawler. It's just a bit cheaper.
It's cheaper and it's got a bigger butt on it anyway. Charge. It's with 3/4 charger. 3/4 charger for 3.
It's the hunting mastiff. We want the flexibility of that as a removal.
Okay. So now, do I play? I can play the life drinker and adapt it, or play the life drinker and the zombiest.
I think it has to be the zombiest. Dire frenzy it. It keeps us alive. It helps like keep us from dying right now.
Right, because the odds of being able to do 5 to it, he has to have the automaton and a fire eater, because then you do, and then you can do 6 or 8. Depends on how he what order he plays it in.
But he's probably just trading, right? And then
yeah, trading and pinging gives me 7 life.
Well, yeah, it counters what he's doing. It puts us at a high life total, which buys us more time for building beasts. And it's not a terrible beast to have dire frenzy in general, right? Because it works well with our rhino. You know, allows counterplay options.
Right. And then next turn, if I needed 8 damage on, so let's say he played Janalai, I could kill it with this.
Exactly. That's why we took it, right? Because if worst case, if we play a Janalai, then we still have at least a counterplay option.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't leave us completely dead in the water.
Right, because we don't have, there's no hunter's mark in this deck to rescue the day on an 8/8. And we're not praying to roll poison.
I think he's gonna try and just roll and hit it. Oh no, he's gonna blow it up. Which I think we're fine with. I mean, we still have other ways to get life steal. And we still have things like Life Drinker to help us out.
Oh, these freaking Arcane Tauren tyrants are quite annoying. No Dire Frenzy. Interesting. So I can Dire Frenzy the Rhino and kill this. But I don't have a build a beast that turn. I Dire Frenzy almost anything, unless I Dire Frenzy this, but that still doesn't give me initiative. I Dire Frenzy the Rhino, I can kill this, and it still has 4 toughness.
Yeah, which makes it a good play, right? Because we want, and it also sets up, if we get the Master's Call, right, we can pick up that and potentially one of the Raptors, which could be a really powerful combination.
Right, so, but I'm killing his 4/4 with this, correct?
Yeah, we're killing it.
Okay. Right, and now my life.
This keeps us with a minion on board that he has to kill, right? And if he can't kill it, then it leaves us in not a terrible situation.
No, there's Jaina. They always manage to get Jaina. All right, those are all of his life steal. Okay, so now hatchet is good because I can hatchet that down. I can trade into this. I build here because I have enough cheap stuff.
Yeah, we build.
Well, this will have charge. So I could blow up his board. I could blow up a small board with this.
Yeah, we probably want the bat.
Okay. And then Wind Fury, right? Because that'll be 5 mana versus 8 with stealth.
We probably want the stealth, right?
Okay. But so am I not playing it this turn then?
No, I think we do play it. I think we play and trade it because it kills off his guy, right? The Wind Fury doesn't kill off his guy, right? We have to play extra. We have to invest in killing it, right?
So now I trade into his water elemental.
Yeah.
And then face with the Rhino.
Yeah, we're thinking about managing the board right now, right?
Right. That does manage the board better, yeah. And then obviously getting the hatchet going, if we get some life steal running here, and then we do get to manage the board a little bit better too, because I'd like to be at a higher life total. Then we can also adapt this Rhino, which wouldn't be horrible, depending on maybe give it some more toughness, Divine Shield or something like that.
Again, he also just doesn't have a good way to kill this Rhino. Like his deck, the problem with the God Mage deck is they have a lot of kill things, but like it's hard for him to easily deal with it.
So we build, right? Or do we try to adapt Life Drinker?
I think we adapt on our Rhino, right? And then we double Echo Rush kill his guy.
Okay. The 1/1?
Well, yeah, +1/+1.
Okay. And then we double rush kill his guy.
But use your Rhino on his 1/2, and the reason we're doing that is if he has a Flame Strike, he can't generate Water Lily.
Okay, so use the Rhino on the 1/2, not the Razor Maw.
Yes, not the Razor Maw, right? Because you're preventing him from pinging the Razor Maw and generating a Water Rally, and you're preventing him from using Flame Strike and generating Water Rally, right?
Okay.
Both ways are good.
Right, because yeah, exactly. We're keeping. Okay, that makes sense.
So now if he just goes for a Flame Strike, right, he just wants to get rid of this Rhino on board because it's been a problem all game.
It was kind of a weak turn playing out the Aku. Indicates that maybe his hand isn't that strong. Because again, like, do you really want to play Baku?
Or he just doesn't want to invest removal yet. Like, he probably has the board wipes, like a Flame Strike. He just doesn't want to invest it because, like, it's just so little value just to kill a singleton Rhino, right? He's using such a powerful move to do so little.
Right. He's hitting it for 1.
The darkness.
Which does nothing because it never procs. So, oh look, 7/5 lifesteal.
Yeah, we start with Build a Beast.
Okay, saying do we have lethal? Because this is 9. That's 16.
We don't. Or I mean, like, let's look. So we have
9.
13.
16. This is 6. This is 22. And this is 24. So we have 24. And we can still build. So we could also get like
take the Halazi.
Take the Halazi, not the fledgling? I have charge.
I guess yeah, the fledgling is okay, fine, yeah. Take the Gastropod because we can use that with our Rhino. Do the play you just talked about, the Life Drinker. Send everything face, right? He can trade in and kill our Rhino, or he can Flame Strike. But like if he's at 4, right, and he does one of those plays, he doesn't stay alive. Because we have we'll have like 11 on the crackback. So even if he gains armor here, he goes 12. He gains 7. No, he goes down to 3, and then even if he gains armor here with Artificer, it shouldn't matter. I wouldn't have gone for this play if we just didn't have lethal on the crackback.
Right. Yeah, because I have lethal right here. 5.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing you taught me is when you have the opportunity to get them to get them low, sometimes it's better to actually just get them down low. Yeah. And then, you know that you have follow-up. It's like you're getting them down low with 0 cards in your hand and no hero power.
Well, it's knowing that if we get them down low, that matters, right? Because sometimes you can get them down low, but it doesn't mean you have the guaranteed lethal rate. The thing is about getting them down low there was that because we would have had to trade otherwise, right?
Exactly. And it forced him to deal with the board then. And then we had, and having that second Rhino over the top was definitely really good because he had no taunt, having no taunt. All right, a different mage, not the same guy. We would have the early game here, but you're saying early game is probably not good, and the Razor Maw is also pretty weak against if he's odd. So I think maybe this. Keep 1 hatchet and keep the Dire Maul. We are on the draw.
Good. Yeah, that is the correct keep.
Okay.
Because if we were on the play, we would keep the
crackling.
Yeah, crackling. But the thing is, if he's odd, which most of them are right now, some form of odd.
So we're hoping he doesn't have a 1-drop, which he doesn't. So now I can more safely play at the Dire Maul. And then if he does play a 1-drop, I can hatch it up and hatchet it.
Yeah, if you notice, what I've been trying to do is make it so, because the way we want to deal with threats is not by like power playing people with like a bunch of damage. It's to, like kind of control the board.
Okay, so play the hatchet. Do I go face with the hatchet? That's one thing.
I don't think so.
Okay. We just play the hatchet.
It is a little punished by ooze, but I don't think a lot of them are playing ooze right now. There's just not a ton of weapons in the metagame right now, so ooze is kind of a tech pick. It can happen, but it's better for us to maintain the ability to just like kill more things, right?
Right. Yeah. And right now, now we can kill that because obviously I can coin flanking it. Or do I want to use the weapon and hit it with the dire maul? But I want to kind of force him. Yeah, I think coin flanking is better.
Thinking about it for a second. We have a lot of options here. We could either go trade and then weapon and then master's call, or we could coin flanking. But I think the flanking play is correct. It's by a small margin. What I'm thinking about, though, is maybe potentially hitting our dire maul next turn, because if he doesn't kill it with the ping or something, right, we can dire frenzy it, maybe.
Right. Well, this also incentivizes him to try to kill.
I think we can hit him once with the weapon now. Now we have maybe a potential reasonable counter pressure state that, like, the burst could matter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this also incentivizes him to drop the guy that does the fire eater to try to kill the wolf, and that allows me to dire frenzy the dire maul.
Yeah.
You see?
Mm-hmm.
So now we dire frenzy dire maul and smack him in the face for 4, and then do we kill the guy with the hatchet?
Yes.
Right, so now we force him to potentially have another fire eater, or hit it and then try to arcane missiles it dead, things like that, or hit it over 2 turns. And then next turn we can Master's Call and potentially Razor Maul it, or Master's Call, Hero Power, worst case. We're hoping to Master's Call and Razor Maul, I'm guessing.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. So we definitely weapon that then. But first we Master Call, I'm guessing. Okay, good. So now we're crackling it first, right? Because what if it gets like Divine Shield? Would we trade the Divine? No, we wouldn't. We would still weapon it.
I think we're crackling here to see what we get off of it first.
I mean, it's gonna die with
Take the liquid membrane. He can't.
Yeah, that's the only thing that doesn't. Yeah, that's the thing that doesn't kill it. Yeah.
Right, he could maybe use like missiles or something, but he doesn't seem like he seems like more the control versions that we've been seeing, not like the hard aggro versions.
Right, because those have secret keepers and dire moles and fireflies and whatnot.
Yeah.
He's freezing it. Okay. Well, that also sets me up for an unleash hyena Timberwolf play. Although no, it doesn't. I can't kill everything. I'm only gonna get 2 on an unleash. And then he trades into it. Unless of course I want to sacrifice the hyena. So I could go hyena, Timberwolf, and unleash. Trade. The hyena gets bigger, but the hyena's gonna die because he's only gonna have a 4 toughness. He's gonna put the glacial shard into it.
I think we just have to play the life drinker and hero power him in the face. I don't love it, but like I want to save the unleashed Timberwolf line for maybe a potential lethal line.
Right, because he plays Jan'alai, he's going to have another 2 creatures, so he could have something like 5 creatures on board, and that's 15 over the top.
Yeah.
Not 15 over the top, but 15
If
15
he
minutes throat.
kills this, yeah, he'll get another card, and he'll probably trade and get out of big threat. But
Oh, there's a Tar Creeper. Okay, so what, Life Drinker, Hero Power again, or Life Drinker? Companion here is obviously not ideal because if it's Huffer, it's terrible. Misha not bad, and Leok is not bad.
I think we should start with a companion and just see what we get here.
And that's, of course, a bad one. And the hyena doesn't even say, like, if I play the hyena, it doesn't really matter. I'd have to play the hyena and the wolf.
I think maybe you just go for double hyena here, trade into his guy. It's really awkward, but it kind of like sets it up so that he can't kill off both these hyenas.
Right.
Unless he jams a flame strike, which he might do, but you know, again, we don't have a lot of options here.
Right.
And we don't have the refill to kind of play this super late. But like what this does is maybe set up for a counterplay Unleash line with like double Timberwolf if one of these lives.
He's drawing a lot more cards. Oh, let's see, there's a Blizzard. Oh, Flame Strike, yeah.
Again, like I knew that this was a very real punish, but we just didn't have.
We don't have a choice, yeah. And of course, there's the non-shoosed up Dire Maul, right? Life Drinker Dire Maul and Hero Power.
I guess. I mean, it's bad, but like again, we haven't hit enough value this game to put us out of it going another way, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah. So what we're hoping for since we're 30, we're hoping for he gets the wide board and we can do something like, 15 in one turn. We can get him down to 15, and that's kind of the goal. Or possibly get the second.
I mean, not having Rexar doesn't leave us in the same situation we did, last game. But
right.
I still think we played this in the best way we could.
Yeah.
Again, this is just a hard matchup.
Yeah, it's a hard matchup, and it's also we haven't kind of low rolled. Wow, he's sacrificing that. That's kind of weird. You'd think he wouldn't, but okay. Okay, some of the fatter Dire Mauls. So kill his guy, play the Dire Maul and Hero Power.
I think we have to go for the Unleash line here.
Okay, so are we going Unleash in both Timberwolves?
Yeah. Then just send everything face that we can. We're gonna have to trade one in. Yeah, he could punish us again with the Flame Strike, but we just don't have a choice at this point.
Right.
This is our only realistic way, I think, to close out this game. I guess we just play the Dire Maul. Like, we're all in at this point, so
we're all in. Yeah, exactly.
We're commit to it. Yes, there's many lines we can get punished with that we're aware of, but sometimes you just have to identify where you can win and just hope that they can't, make the punish line.
Right.
If he has it, he has it.
So he also has a double Artificer.
Yeah.
I mean,
and we can concede here. We lose, right? And that's fine. We made the best line we could to try and give ourselves the best possible chance we could. And I don't regret making that decision, right? We could have traded into his guy and maybe played around, but like we still would have lost that way too, right?
Right.
So it doesn't help us make that line. You just have to go for, maybe he doesn't have a way to punish us.
Right, exactly. We don't have a choice. We has the Artificer and the Flame Strike. We're dead.
Yeah, you just have to identify like where your outs potentially are.
Right. So now this priest, it could be the wall priest, but a lot of times it's a dragon control priest. And at this level, anybody playing Xerix is going to be playing it wrong. I'm thinking we pitch this whole hand.
Yeah. We're looking for like a 1 and a 2 drop and maybe a Dire Frenzy in there.
Right. We have a Razor Maul. I know, not fun. Hopefully we're ripping a 1 drop. Nope, it's a Life Drinker. Not a lot of pressure right now. And the Cleric. There's a Razor Maul.
You just have to play a Razor Maul.
Naked Razor Maul, yeah. Okay, well at least I can kill his 1/3. He's not going to get a lot of value out of it. Okay, Companion, instead of trying to adapt this.
It's pretty bad if we go off for... I guess it's only like really good if we roll a Misha. I guess we have to go for it.
Okay.
I was thinking about maybe just Unleash instead. Yeah. We got the
Okay, we high rolled. Yay. Well, this guy's playing the Dragon Control, so he's looking to Duskbreaker at some point. So he might trade into the Misha and then be Duskbreakering on 4. Or he might, yeah, probably, I was thinking maybe he might coin Duskbreaker on 3, but that didn't seem like a wise play. But yeah, see, he's either going to kill it with this guy. So now, do we bother with adapting, figuring he's probably going to Duskbreaker?
Well, I think we do because it can protect our Misha, right? There's multiple ones that can protect it, right? We can end up with no protection, but like we're looking for maybe the thing that puts out the best possible line for us, and this is probably it.
3 health, right?
Yeah, the 3 health. So now you trade the 3/1 in
to the 2/2.
Yeah. So then he can't Duskbreaker full on punish us.
Do I need to track here or
no hero power? Because if we need to, we can tracking next turn if we need like a flanking way to kill off this guy.
That's true, yeah. Right, because if he does Duskbreaker, then obviously killing it off with flanking strike is nice. Oh, he's shadow visioning, so he's probably going to heal himself then, unless he draws another shadow visions to shadow visions again. Yep, healing himself. So okay, good. So we have at least 7.
So we start with tracking here.
Yeah. The hatchet starts smacking them. The kill command, because with kill command we have the kill commands over the top for 8, 10 total. On turn 9 we have 10 total over the top. I'm thinking kill command.
Yeah, I think it's kill command too.
Okay.
I think we have to just jump the gun here and go the life trigger because he's 1 turn away from the scream, right? Which sets us up for a power play.
So life drinker now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, because this sets us up so that we have lethal next turn, right?
Yeah, right, exactly. We'll have lethal next turn unless he deals with the board. And he's casting a spell. Oh, he's mass hysterying. He's cold mass hysterying. He wants to live. Not a bad play.
It does mean he's 1 turn away from the...
And now he can't scream. Okay, so here, I guess we Hyena and Die Frenzy it?
Yeah, because we don't want him to Cabal it.
And then if he somehow develops some kind of board, we're going to be able to do a whole lot of mess.
Well, he probably doesn't develop a board here. He probably just like plays Drake and then heals himself or something. Some are running Shadow War Death, but I don't think he is.
All right, so still not a lot of value. He's probably going to scream next turn. So thinking hero power 5 to the face.
Yeah, don't burn the kill command. We don't want him to know.
And don't play the other Hyena.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Force him to scream a single creature, potentially. And did. Master's Call.
Yeah.
All right, this is interesting. Possibly we play. See, we have 10 over the top now on the sneaky side. But it winds up being a pretty good play to play Life Drinker and 1 Spring Paw. Or do we hero power?
I think we put the Hyena with a 1 Spring Paw and then hero power. It's a little bit awkward, but we still have a lot of burst in our hand, so we can set up burst in a couple different ways.
Yeah, like I said, we have 10 over the top.
Even if he plays his Death Knight here, I still think we can kind of...
Right, exactly. He plays his Death Knight. We have 10 over the top.
If he screams, then we can punish him for that because he can't heal and scream.
Yeah, well, we win if he screams, we win. We won because they play.
This is why we kind of save the kill command with the Life Drinker, right? In a lot of scenarios, they might make different plays, assuming you have certain lines, right? Because like they're not expecting like high damage plays like this, so a lot of times they'll take maybe like a greedier scream, right, just to keep themselves alive.
Right. He was going for I kind of felt like the panicky scream, but I think he was just saw that himself was pretty low. I won one game last season to get rank 5 by life drinkering and double kill commanding a warlock that had just cooled on.
A big thing about these hunter decks is that you have to deceive people with your burst. People make different lines based off like what life total they're at. So like deceiving with burst is actually a very important way to play the game, because somebody might not use a heal line, right? If you know, maybe he had Holy Fire there and he's like, oh no, I could take a scream, you know, like I'm not going to get punished for this, and maybe the Holy Fire generates more value or something like that, right?
Right. Or next turn I can like lie run Holy Fire, or yeah, I think it was Fire 5 or 6.
6.
Oh, okay, so maybe
he might have taken it just out of Holy Fire, but he probably just didn't have one. But like you know, again, I think holding the burst, you know, allows you to play a little bit more deceitfully, or having multiple turns of burst where you set up like maybe with the turn of kill command, and then maybe you can punish them with like an unleash double unleash Timberwolf play that turn after.
So here I'm thinking I'm keeping the mole and the companion.
Yeah, that's all we want to keep.
Okay, so in this case, mole, hatchet, do not coin the companion on 2 until they're even. Okay, so if he had, well, at least I got the coin, so he can't get out a cheap giant, or a quick giant. His giant at least takes another turn to get out. So we play the dire maul, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm thinking we need to, you know, need steady pressure, and then try to maybe get.
Sometimes against even lock, maybe steady pressure doesn't work, so we might end up just having to go for a hard push here with a double companion line, right?
So we're gonna coin companion then.
Yeah. In this case, I think coining companion's better, just because I think hard pressure might matter more if we can make it relevant.
Right. So he can't Hellfire this turn. He can hero power and homunculus. That I can get through that with the hatchet and the spring paw. Okay. So now we hatchet and spring. We hatchet and spring paw to kill this, and then we still do. Or do we don't? I think getting the hatchet out seems pretty good.
Yeah, I think the hatchet spring paw is the correct line.
Okay, so hatchet spring paw.
Then you push, because then we can just dire frenzy our guy.
We're looking to dire frenzy the Dire Maul or the Leok.
Depends on the situation. We may not even go for that. We may just go for another companion links, but it depends. We could end up doing the Leok, and we may end up doing the Dire Maul. It just depends what he plays here.
Well, it's a big but a passive turn. Okay, so now let's see if we Dire Maul. This is 4, 7, 8, 9. He'll be at 9. But also too, I can adapt something. I can adapt, and I can animal. No, I only can do one. I can adapt the hero power, or I'm dire frenzying. I think
we're dire frenzying the mole and just sending it all face.
And so I'm weapon face too.
Yeah. Because then we spread the wealth here a little bit more, because if we do it on the lock, he's obviously just sitting there every time, but then in this case, he's probably just attacking our dire mole, and this maybe sets us up for an unleash play.
Right.
Maybe he plays like a minion or two just to defend.
And there's the hook fever. So now, okay, so now we're playing links, adapting the links, and playing the hyena, or I think we're links and adapting the links almost regardless. Trying to get poisonous. I don't think we have much else to do.
I guess the damage also gets us through on that play if we get the damage, because then we can hit with our weapon.
Right, because it'll be 5.
Yeah, okay.
So links, adapt the links, poison.
I think now we could potentially
play the hyena.
You know, so if we play the hyena, right, and then we trade our links, and then we trade our 2/4 our weapon into his guy, we have a 4/4 hyena, right, and that's out of Hellfire range.
Right. Okay. So play the hyena, kill his guy, And now we weapon and Misha, weapon and Leok the Giant.
Yeah, yeah. Because we could put the damage towards the face, but he could out heal that with like maybe hitting our guy and then just going for the. Because it also plays around the Spellstone and it plays around. I mean, he could play the 2/4 and then Spellstone it.
Right.
And that's unfortunate, but you know, we can't do that to play around that.
Oh, like I see a double protector. Okay. Unleash gets me through this, and 3 to the face. Unleash and Animal Companion could get me through this really well. Because if I roll... No, because Unleash just gets 2 more. So this becomes a 10-6.
I think what we do is we trade our 3/2, right? And then we... Or actually, no. Let's just go with trading our Hyena, flanking his guy, and then hero powering his face, because we put him down to 4.
Okay. So trade the Hyena.
And then just send it to face, because that leaves the Unleash as a counter burst play later.
Right. So now we're forcing him to Spellstone or Shroom Brewer or something.
Yeah.
And
something like that.
And Shroom Brewer, he's still dead.
Right, yeah, I mean, even with a Defile...
Yeah, Defile, he wipes the board. I still can be... I can Companion... Feed a Shroom Brewer's face, he's at 8. Okay. So I can Companion...
Yeah, Companion, Hatchet, Hero Power.
If I throw a Huffer, I win. Nope.
Well, Misha's better than a Leok, so it's fine.
Right. So now we go face and hero power. Right. So now he's basically trading Shroom Brewer in. Can't give that taunt. Oh, he's okay. He's Shroom Brewing his face. Okay, so I have 6. I have lethal. No, I don't. Because I have 2.
I think we play the Rhino here. Because he doesn't have an easy kill on Rhino. And it pushes the exact same amount of damage, right? And Rhino's a little harder to play with, right? Because the Unleash can still do shit with that. Like, say we were a Master's Call, we might be able to add a Timberwolf into our burst combo.
Okay, so we hero power.
It's a
we hit him
effect.
6.
Yeah. You just put him to 2.
Right.
Like, I mean, he's in desperate need of finding heal here, and he can't lift tap either to get to something.
Right.
He either has Spellstone or he's dead. And even if he has Spellstone, right, he's still going to have 2 minions out, and he'll probably play a 3rd, so unless it's another Hooked Weaver. I think we're fine. Nice. Yeah, so he's dead.
Awesome. We're finally gaining a star. It's been a tough day.
Definitely face some tough matchups.
A recent opponent wants to be my friend. What do you want to say, Steve?
I don't care if you want to see if he wants to rage at you. You're more than welcome.
I'll give him a good game, well played. Let's see, he's gonna rage at me. He's gonna be nice. Let's find out. Oh, same guy. We queued into Steve. All right. Can anybody read Spanish? I don't know what this is. It says Aua, Aquele, Venoso, Mi Fadu.
You can just copy paste it into a Google Translate to see what it says.
That's true, yeah. All right, so here, I think we pitched this whole hand.
Yeah.
All right, let me see what he said. Go to social. Real quick. Steve-O. Translate.google.com. All right, so I have nothing to do.
Yeah, you just pass.
So, okay. Detect language. He said, what? Wow, that poisonous screwed me. And it is Portuguese. Okay. Play the hyena?
Yeah.
Doomsayer. Okay. Do I dare kill command that and keep the hyena on board? I mean, I've seen you do some things like this before, but I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily right, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was. Because I could also track hero power.
I think we're tracking. I think we'd rather just save the kill command.
That's what I figured. Dire Frenzy, because we can, or we can crackling and then adapt to crackling. We can dire mole. It's not a great. It's not nothing here is really strong.
I think it's companion. Ugh.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we can companion and dire mole next turn.
Yeah.
Unless for some reason, okay. There's the homunculus. That's a bit annoying. Hyena dies. Do I kill command this? Or do I play dire mole and then kill command that? Because I don't really have anything really good to get through.
You just have to play the companion. I mean, companion does the same thing if you roll off her. If you roll a Misha, right, it's decent.
Right.
I mean, there's still the line, like, say he plays a 4/4 there. If we adapt to poisonous and we get the hyena out, we can, like, do maybe some shenanigans that can turn this around.
Right. Although he's still, I mean, he's at 18, but yeah, he's the mana progeny. Oh, I have a Doom Guard.
Fuck. Might actually be. I think that's a correct play. Holy shit.
Play the Doom Guard now?
Yeah, just fucking Doom Guard him.
You don't want to do something like play out some other stuff and then Doom Guard later?
Nah. I'd rather just get that pressure in, because we got to close this game out quick.
Oh, good. We lost good stuff. I mean, we lost stuff that we wanted to lose.
Yeah. Can you close your door, because that's really loud.
It is closed. I'm sorry. It's closed. I can't do anything more about it. Okay. Kill commands. Double kill
command guy, I guess.
Wait, double kill command is not double kill command is face. Double kill command is guy.
Yeah. Because if we double kill command his.
It forces the heal. I mean, he has a fistful card, so odds are he's got at least like a Shroom Brewer or something.
I still think it's double kill command his guy.
Okay.
It's awkward. It's so awkward, but.
And he has to play like a Twilight.
He doesn't have an easy way to kill this Doom Guard, so if he doesn't have another taunt play, he's in trouble. Because if Shroom doesn't help him here, right, in this situation, it doesn't really help him. It buys him time. It buys him a turn. But, like, anything besides another, like, Hooked Reaver, it's...
Or Twilight... Yeah, there's the Hooked Reaver again. I don't know why that was... Yeah.
Does that change anything for us?
Oh, Rhino and... Oh, I can play the Hyena. The Hyena and the Rhino. So that's lethal.
How is it lethal?
Oh, no, not. I'm sorry. I thought
so what you could do is you could go... You trade the 1/1, and you could play the Rhino, and you can trade the 4/3 and that, and then you could just hit him in the face with the Doom Guard, put him down to 1.
So I'm playing the Hyena.
Play the Hyena. Play the Rhino.
Play the Rhino.
Trade the 1/3, right? And then trade your Hyena in after you trade that, because then you can kill his guy. You can just Doom Guard him in the face.
Now he's...
Dead to Shroom Brewer. Dead to anything but using a Spellstone here.
Right. And All right, Unleash doesn't do any good, so just Hero Power pass.
Yeah. I think we lose.
Yeah. Because now he's... Hero Power Rexar.
No, I guess we just Rexar Bell Beast.
But Hero Power first, right?
No, down, because what?
Oh, we don't. Oh, we don't. We had 10. I'm sorry. I thought we had 10.
No,
that's
we just
all.
don't. We can't really build. And, we can try our build our way out of this, but it's pretty unlikely.
Well, we could get... If we get
take the Rhino, because if you get the Poisonous Rush with the Divine Shield.
Rhino with Lifesteal, not terrible.
Yeah, I guess. I think we're just dead.
Oh. What a play. He draws this and then bone mares it. I mean, what are the odds?
Build, I guess. Direwolf.
Taunt Poisonous. Direwolf, Taunt Poisonous, and
Unleash. You have to take the Dire Maul. Because what you can do, you're going to have to just heal him back to full. We're going to have to see if we can't play the long game. So if you play the zombies to your right, you can Unleash, full clear his 5/8, and then you can use the Spring Paw and clear his 5/3. And we're just going to try and play the long game. Sucks that it went this way, but this is our only chance to win it now.
Right. So now we play
the Spring Paw
and
kill the 5/3. I think we're just dead though.
Probably.
Brings back a ton of demons.
That thing's a demon too? Oh, right, because he did that. He got that with the other thing. Yeah. So the only thing that's going to save now is the Lifesteal Rush on the Hydra, right? I mean, not the Lifesteal Rush, the Poisonous Rush on the Hydra.
That, or if we get the Poisonous Taunt right, and he doesn't have a Silence.
Yeah. So we're building regardless.
Just take the Bitter Tide. You just have to go for the big life. Okay, we're done. That's fine. I mean, like, we set ourselves up the best we could. Like, he's just like...
He got to 1. I mean, he God moded. I mean, like, what can you do? I do miss Hunter's Mark.
Dude, fucking Jesus Christ, man. I fucking miss it so much.
How much did you try playing it at 2? Like, to me, it seems like...
It just fucks up our aggro turns so much into, like...
It's all Mage and Warlock. What the hell? Like, all we played is, like, Mage and Warlock. So far, it's a keep. Maybe...
I think we keep the Spring Paw and the Headhunters and the Tracking. I don't think we want the Light Drinker.
Right. Makes sense. And there's a flanking. Okay. The Bone Mare on the 1/6 Lifesteal Taunt. That's actually a demon. What the hell? Yep, odd mage. Right. I mean, I can Spring Paw it, or I can just track. I don't think there's... Or I can hatchet it right now. but I don't think coin hatchet is the right play. I think tracking.
Yeah.
Looking for value, which didn't really get, although the Razor Maw is not bad.
It's the Life Drinker.
Oh, it's the Life Drinker? Even though we mulliganed it away?
Yeah, it's still more value. Look, we weren't looking for it, but like when it comes down to it, the thing is, like, in that situation, Life Drinker can be more value because it helps us get that over the top reach if we want to try and burn him out, where Crackling doesn't because he easily pings it away.
That's true. Okay. Okay. So now do I just hatchet it away and sacrifice the next toughest?
I think you play a Spring Paw and then coin the hatchet.
Oh, okay.
Because you want that extra charge here. We didn't do that last time, right? Because we didn't have a follow-up, but we have Companion as a follow-up, right? So now it's okay.
Right, we have Companion, then we have Flanking, and et cetera, et cetera. And
this
we're also
deals with this 3/3 draw card guy.
Right. Three, 4 draw card. Oh, I'm playing the defensive version. See, Companion. The Companion is only quote unquote bad on Misha, unless I want to try to adapt my way through this, or Timberwolf my way through this.
I think adapting might be our best play.
So we're adapting the Spring Paw?
Adapt the links, right? Because if you get the...
That's what I meant, yeah. Adapt. Oh, so play the links and adapt links?
Yeah. Because if we get 2/2 on that, or +1/+1, it's better for us to have done it that way.
Poisonous or 3 attack? I mean, same difference. I'm trying to kill this guy, right?
Is it ever better to take health?
Well, the health hits this. I do 1 less to the face, but I keep a 1/3 on board. So actually, maybe the health better.
I think keeping the 1/3 is better.
Okay. So I'm going 1.
Because I don't think pushing that much damage. Like, we're not really pushing enough damage where it's like threatening lethal.
Right. I hope he took a cheap, yeah. So he got a Stonehill Defender off his Stonehill Defender. So now I can flanking that and then also hit it with the 1/3, and then hatch is 1/2.
Yeah. Okay, we got ourselves a Master's Call. That puts us a lot more into this game.
Right, because that thins. Because we are tracked, so we're gonna have in effect, like a 24 card deck.
Not just it thins, it gets us value.
Okay, forcing him to Dragon's Fury this board. That's not bad.
Well, as long as he doesn't follow up with an Arcane Giant.
This is true.
Tyrant.
Nope. Okay, great. Master's Call.
Yeah.
And Mole or Hero Power?
I think it's Hero Power. I don't know what Mole is really doing us, right? Because we may just go for either the Life Drinker Hero Power the next turn, or just Companion Hero Power and Mole, right? That it fits better into the curve that way. Or we
right. I agree. And for some reason, we could also go, if he puts out something we need to kill command, we can Mole, kill command, Hero Power. So right. So here I don't think I play the Companion. Let's see. Obviously not the greatest.
I think it has to be Companion kill command, right?
And we're gonna kill commanding is 3/4, right?
Yeah. Companion. I don't love it, but you know.
Right. Okay, well, at least it's not. I mean, Huffer wouldn't have been terrible, but it's not.
I mean, all of the Companions are kind of fine here, right?
Yeah. And for some reason, if we can draw the Dire Frenzy here, we can Dire Frenzy the Leok, I guess. There we go. Okay. That is a wall.
I think we have to start with a tracking.
Yeah, we're looking at Rexar maybe?
Definitely looking for Rexar.
Master's Call?
Yeah.
Unleash?
Nah, it's still Master's Call.
Yeah. And how many cards do we have? 7 left. 6. We can Master's Call this turn. Master's Call now, right? Because I can play Dire Mole and Hero Power.
I guess it thins out the rest of our beasts.
Yeah.
Dire Mole, Hero Power.
We have 7 cards left. Rexar in the bottom 7.
We may even try to take this game long.
Yeah, well, the double Dire Frenzy is going to be pretty key on that one, especially if we can get the Shuffler. Animal Companion. Okay, so we have 8 mana. That really doesn't even get through the board because there's only 2. Double Life Drinker? Nah.
Yeah, I think it has to be double Life Drinker. Because it develops, like, okayish threats that, you know, also kind of pressure him a bit.
Right, and we also put him down 17. And we do have, if we can get through, we still have an Unleash, and we have a Rhino.
This is the worst thing, that if, like, he Flame Strikes here, like, it's not, it doesn't make us completely dead.
Right, but this is pretty bad. The infinite value of Jaina. Okay, so now am I going for the OTK and Dire Friending the Timberwolves here? That might be the only way I'm getting through this game. Although we have 5 cards left, we can wait until we get Rexar and then do it later. Because right now I can flank and I can Spring Paw and get through this board, and these still have 2 toughness.
I think we're trying to long game it with Rexar. I think what we have to do is we have to go Rhino here, play with the double Timberwolf.
Hyena?
Yeah, Hyena.
Then out of mana.
Actually, go for the Spring Paws here. Trade your 5/3 into his 1/3, and then trade the other 5/3 into his 1/4. Trade your Rhino into his guy, and the double Spring Paw down. No, double Spring Paw down his.
Yeah. I ran out of time.
Sorry. I honestly think our best chance to win is Rexar into some insane build a beast and then get him with the. Yeah, goddamn it. That punishes so much for not getting that traded off correctly.
And I can't do it. Alright. Okay, wow. Rexar's still down there. So I guess we flank his 3/3 companion.
Yeah, companion.
Let's get companion first. Misha. Leok. We don't have any priority here, so I flank his 3/3.
Yeah, and then I guess play a Hyena. We're just in bad shape.
So play a Hyena.
Yeah, just not getting those trades fucked us so hard. That actually just could be the reason we lose. Which probably will be the reason we lose.
Oh.
God, we need Rexar like right fucking now.
Do I just Dire Frenzy a Hyena and Hero Power?
No. I think you just play the Hyena hero power just to stall. Because if we get Rexar next turn, this is our only way of realistically winning is Dire Frenzying a lifesteal. We can still live a turn.
Right, yeah, he's got 8 on board. And he might stall by trying to kill the Hyena. Lifesteal. We're still dead next turn anyway.
Even with Rexar?
No, with Rexar, I think he's 12.
He's like, it's our last fucking card. I mean, like.
Yeah, so concede.
Yeah.
I mean, like, how. I mean, considering what we're seeing a ton of Mage, we're seeing a ton of Warlock.
So maybe what we do here is we cut the Hyenas for deadly shots. Yeah, let's see how that plays. Because deadly shot's good in both those matchups.
Right.
I'm adapting the deck for this meta. Like, this is not the straight meta what I'm seeing, so like it may not be as good for me to do like this style of deck, but it could be better for you because like in this meta, if you're seeing just a ton of these mages, like deadly shot is more value, and Hyena just doesn't do enough against these opponents, and it's fine against priest too. Deadly shot.
Right. All right. So I think we pitch the whole hand.
No, I think we keep the deadly.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a lot of these dragon priests going around, so like deadly is a good outplay card. Or I guess like say they play the 4/8, right? Then you just deadly shot that out of the way.
And so odds are we're playing a naked Razor Maw.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to know that
we're playing Deadly Shot because it's better in a lot of cases than Hunter's Mark is for doing the same purpose that Hunter's Mark is right now. So
Naked Razor Maw.
Yeah. So we kind of like Deadly for that reason.
Is he going for 3 Banana Buffoon? Oh, Tark Reaper. Deadly Shot the Tark Reaper?
Yeah.
This is the Wall Priest, I think.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but like I still think this is a good deadly shot because it allows us to Dire Frenzy next turn.
Right.
Because if it is a Wall Priest, like we want to pressure him quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
And the deadly shot allows us to push through.
Okay, it's not the Wall Priest. He just happened to be playing Tark Reaper. So do I still frenzy this?
Yeah. And I would eat his guy, right? Because he can punish it multiple different ways. Like if he just plays the 5/4 rusher, right?
Right.
But now he can't kill it with just the 5/4 rusher. Well, if he does, he doesn't gain, like we still kind of 2-for-1 him ish.
Yeah. I might force him to Dustbreaker here. He might play incorrectly Dustbreaker. Plus, we can still adapt it. Next turn, you can adapt it, play a Hatchet, possibly chop through something. Yes, there you go. There's the Rusher. So we eat his Rusher too.
Just let me wait to see everything's working all right, and then I'll let you give the go ahead to go.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna take another piss. I'll be back.
All right, you're good to start.
Good to start up?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, even lock is like my kryptonite. It's by far the deck that I have the worst time against.
Well, even lock was a lot better with our older version when we actually had ways to counter their things with hunter's marks. Mm-hmm. Without that, if our early pressure doesn't stick, it's really hard for us unless we have a way to make a counter.
All right. So this looked like a complete keep. Because I can put a dire mole on 1, animal companion on 2. I have spring paws in case I need them, in case he has 1 toughness things I need to get out of, and tracking to start digging for Master's Call and Rexar.
Yeah, well, we're looking for just like decent pressure, and the tracking can try and help us find a refill or Rexar if we need to try, take it long.
Right, so this is an entire keep for all those reasons I mentioned.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're just hoping that he does not have the razor maw, the dire mole into the razor maw on turn 2.
I mean, that's the disadvantage of being the hunter on the draw. I mean, hunter on the play is much more powerful than hunter on the draw in the hunter mirror match.
So let's hope that he has a bad hand.
I mean, it's fine if he has dire mole. It's just the dire mole razor maw that's really punishing for us.
Right. Oh, he did nothing. Okay, so now we play the dire mole. Mm. So now if I pull the razor maw, I use a razor maw. If I don't, probably coin companion, but depending on what he plays, because I might need to string ball something.
Why would we coin companion?
Because are we playing double spring paw is better, or it's 1 spring paw on track?
Well, I want you to think about that for a second. What do you think he's doing?
He's doing nothing, so he's probably playing the Death Rattle Hunter. So I need to develop as much pressure as possible, because I beat him a short race. I get outvalued in a long race.
Even if that's true, why would coining companion be better?
Coining companion either allows me to attack for 2 if it's Leok. If it's Misha, I'm attacking for 5 next turn. I'm attacking for 5 this turn with Huffer.
It's just not. The thing is, the coin's very powerful, and it provides flexibility in the way we play. Remember how I stressed options are key? Mm-hmm. So just double spring paw, right? Because it allows us to save the coin. If we roll Leok next turn, right, we attack for 6, or if we get a Huffer, we attack for 7. It basically is the same thing. Even if we get Misha, it's fine. I mean, maybe we lose a little bit of initial damage, but it still is going to push more total.
Right. Now here I can coin flanking this instead, because it gets it off the board and I develop a 3/3 versus...
Yeah. And now you see why the coin just made all the difference right there. Imagine if we were just stuck playing a spring paw here. Now we'd be in a really awkward position. That changes the entire dynamic of the game so far. Mm-hmm. By just having saved the coin. It's the flexibility that you value, because you're not pushing that much more damage.
He's playing MCT. It's the only downside. Okay. So now we flip the companion.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Misha. So let's see. Do I trade this off, or trade this off so we don't get the second MCT? He had a really slow start, so he could have something like the second MCT in his hand.
What you do is you go spring paw, and you triple trade into his mind control deck, and you attack the 1/3 with your 3/3. Now we lose a lot of initial damage this way, but what it does is it prevents him from having a good flanking strike play, and it does set us up a little weak against the big taunt, but we can still deal with that.
Right. Okay. So, right, because the bear will be 8.
But if it doesn't have that there, what this does is it sets it up for big pressure plays from here on. Like, say he has to play Naked Cube here. He probably will, just to develop something on board.
All right, so if I draw Leok, it's 9. Huffer's 11. Another Misha is another Misha. He's going to kill one thing next turn. I can't seem to stop that. I could track also and get a Lynx out, but I don't know if I want 4. So I think I track.
Let's start with tracking.
Hyena is not bad. Life Drinker is good because it's over the top, and it does some more burst right now, and I can play it. And losing both Hyenas is kind of crappy. Considering I've doubled Unleash, I think I take a Hyena.
It's a Life Drinker, and what we're doing is we're playing the Companion.
Uh-huh.
And then probably the Lynx, you get punished by Rexar potentially. So what you do is you hit him for 9, right? And then you hit in with the Lynx for 2. Because now you kind of protect yourself against Rexar a bit here.
Right. Okay, so you got the Leok.
But even if this is the case, like he does Rexar, right, then we still have a fair bit of damage to push against.
And there's Rexar, yeah.
Right. So this
is... because hero power.
So, because a Hyena would have been a lot less pressure here than a Life Drinker is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we took the Life Drinker, because now you can just go Drinker hero power, and then you can smash him in the face. And this is setting up, I believe, a kill before he gets to Katharina, which is what we really care about, is that he's not going to
flip a full 12 toughness Grizzly.
Well, at least if we don't have initial lethal, we'll be really close to probably just like hero powering him over the top.
A naked cube, and he's playing a candle shot. Wow. Wow, okay. Alright, so Dire Frenzy is 10. Oh, Dire Frenzy and Unleashes the game.
No, it's not, because you then use the hero power.
No, Dire Frenzy makes 10. Oh, no, you're going to use the hero power, yeah. So, Master's Call in Dire Frenzy? Dire Frenzy, hero power, pass? Or attack?
Yeah, Dire Frenzy, but what minion?
The Life Drinker.
Yeah, because...
that just goes over the top. If he can draw it next turn or whatever, and this is he has a taunt wall or something like that. So like he could get a Lifesteal Rusher here, and then I could just top deck the...
Well, what we've done is we've made it so he can't play Katharina. He has to be able to beast, and it has to be a Lifesteal Rush, otherwise he's just dead on board. And even if he does get a Lifesteal Rush, unless it's an insane one, right?
Right.
It doesn't...
it has to be like Mukla, something big enough, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, there were multiple points we could have lost the game had we, gone for... The early Companion could have been something that lost us that game, right? Because we would have lost the coin.
Right.
Another big one was if you didn't go for the Companion with the Leok play, right, then you could have set yourself up, get 2 punished by Rexar to kill him before Katharina.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's important to note what threats are coming when. Most likely, I mean, he's going to have a couple generalized threats in those points, and you're not, you weren't trying to play around them. You're like, oh, well, how do I push the most damage here? You weren't thinking, well, what pushes the most damage over time, right?
Right.
You're thinking, how do I push the most initial damage? That's a common misconception with Hunter. It's pushing the most initial damage is good.
It can be good, but it also can bite you in the butt later.
Well, when you go for hard early pushes, a lot of times what you do is you have narrow reach, right? So losing coin can leave less flexible counterplay, and not having, the ability to, or playing around certain threats like Rexar that are life-saving for him, can put him in a situation where he has the ability to come back.
Right, because Rexar in and of itself could be a big swing, because it does up to 14 damage spread across the board, so it can be a pretty big punish.
Well, the 5 armor is what's actually a really big deal.
And of course the 5 armor, and the ability to value the value he can get if he high rolls on his beasts. Okay, so ready for the next one?
Yeah.
That's mage. Okay, so mage. Most of the mages are odd or big spell. Big spell. I want Rexar. Odd. I want 3 toughness stuff. So I think this, and also to the value brought forth by having cheap, big butted minions is really good against them, against all of them, even if it's a big spell mage or odd, or the odd tempo mage. It's like, or tempo, but it plays like arcane missiles and whatnot. So I think this is an entire keep. I can go mole, hero power, companion, and potentially dire frenzy something on 4.
That sounds good. They're most likely killing everything we do. A lot of times this matchup goes long, and if the opportunity arises that we can go fast, that's okay. But I don't want to commit ourselves into an option that they're already wanting to play, right? You're playing his game by trying to play fast. So what you want to do is you want to just keep the dire mole and that's it, right? We'd rather try and find things like Master's Call, what is it?
Rexar.
Rexar. Things like Dire Frenzy can be good, but a lot of times I even still won't use Dire Frenzy early if I think, I can get to the Rexar to use it as a way to close out the game.
So dire mole here, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because their hero power makes it really hard for us to deal with they can just eat a lot of our threats.
Right. The fact that we're kind of like in the 1 or 3, the only things that are 2 is the Razor Maw and the Hyena, but a lot of times they're and Huffer. So they have to, they're overkilling in some cases. So here's how we probably put it, like a secret keeper. Oh no, he's freezing me. Okay.
He's thinking about Candle Shot.
Yeah. So here, I think I track, and then I'm probably going to sprint paw into this guy.
It's actually just double spring paw. We don't need to commit to the tracking right now.
Okay, but I killed this guy though.
But with the backlinks, right?
Yeah, exactly, the links, yeah.
Because it doesn't matter which one we trade with. Not all the time, but like in the case that maybe he chooses to hero power 1/3 instead or something, like maybe we get to a point where like, oh, maybe I want to dire frenzy this. Yeah, I see. He did it like that.
Right. So here I keep the wolves. I think I track now? Because if I track, I could possibly get a hatchet, which would not be bad. I could get a razor maw, which gives me the chance to possibly make this like a 1/4 or something like that, or divine shield, and I still can. And then if I track and it's not great, I can still hero power.
No, we'd rather just go a temper wolf with a hero power, right? Because that pushes enough damage that he's concerned about dealing with our board. He can't just develop a threat, or if he does, like we can push even more damage. And again, like we don't need to burn this tracking yet. We're not in like a situation where we absolutely need to find something. We're just putting on good pressure right now.
Right. Okay. No reason to life drinker, I don't think here yet, because we want to maybe save that to go over the top.
I mean, life drinker kind of is the play, right? Because what we're thinking about is we just like getting out the 3 body, right? The animal companion isn't always guaranteed, because if we roll a Huffer, he can just ping that off, but he can't ping off a life drinker. Okay. And again, it keeps just like, you want a mild amount of pressure. You don't want a lot all at once.
Okay.
Again, it's about like
consistent, sustained pressure, and make him try to
MRX. Possibly, we would have to talk about it ahead of time.
So he's going to go for Dragon's Fury here, probably. So he's going for a board wipe, yeah.
Yeah, but now you potentially have another companion hero power, right? Because, see, we're just kind of eking in damage here and there.
Right, although that's a bit annoying.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Okay. Very fair play. So now I guess still do the animal companion hero power?
Yeah. It sucks. We really are looking for a Huffer. Well, that's bad.
Yeah, because he eats it pretty easy. Wow, that's a pretty busted turn. That's too much value. You might even play the Fire Eater. Oh, okay. That means he's doing 4 now, unless I can kill it. So now I think I have to track.
Well, we start with a tracking here. Unleash.
Let's see. Unleash, right?
Yeah.
And then unleash and Timberwolf, and then I kill 1, I kill this, and then go face with the last one.
I mean,
I can just do 6, right? I can do 6 to his face. I can do 3 to his face, and hero power making 5.
I think we actually just saved the unleash combo because we can potentially do a 10 damage burst here. So it's just tracking again.
Okay. Master's Call.
Yeah, take the Master's Call.
Okay, and then cast the Master's Call?
It's not grabbing us like anything we initially want here. I think we just take a hero power here.
Okay.
I know this is really risky, but what I'm thinking about is potentially setting up a lethal.
Right. Yeah, we have to do it. We have to do it this turn because we're out of time. He has 14 on board. 16. I'm sorry. He has 16 available to himself. That's 4. That's 6. That's 8. That's not enough. I can only do 8. I don't think I have anything.
I guess we just have to go unleash Timberwolf and then eat his guys and then play a weapon and then just smack him in the face with the weapon. So you gotta eat the 4/4 Clockwork Automaton.
Eat the 4/2 and go face for 2?
Yeah.
Or do I hatch it?
No, you can't hatch it. You'll die. You're dead if you do that.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's true.
We just have to hope he doesn't have Janali. If he has Janali, we lose.
Yeah, he has a lot of things we lose. A lot of things we lose because we have 4, we have 8. There it is. Yep. And he has it, of course. There you go. So I'm at 2, guaranteed. And kill command does not do anything.
We're done.
Yeah.
I mean, we got in a situation where we were punished by not rolling a Huffer or at least a Misha to slow him down. I think that was a big, it sucked for us. But again, we just mostly got punished by the fact that he had Dragon's Fury and Double Arcane.
Right, yeah, exactly. The Double Arcane put us on too short of a clock. He shortened the game by 2 turns. And made us make so plays. Where if he didn't have as much pressure, maybe we Master's Call, maybe we get something else out.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't Jan'alai on 7. Is this the same guy? I don't think so. No, it's combination. Okay. All right. So here, I'm on the play. I'm on the draw. I like the Dire Mole. I don't like the flanking as much. Although flanking is okay if he's playing the tempo odd. If he's playing the regular odd, and so the flanking not good into a lot of the matchups. So I think we pitch the flanking.
No, we actually get rid of the companion and keep the flanking. The reason is because flanking is actually really important for counterplay early. Again, we're trying to sustain mild pressure that we can turn into massive burst instead of trying to push a lot of damage. Again, companion has a lot of weak points in it, and what flanking does is it provides his counterplay against his game. There is also arguments for pitching tracking, but I'm not really for pitching the tracking early.
Right.
A lot of these cases because it's just powerful enough. Yeah, most of them are odd mages right now.
Yeah. It's definitely decently strong. Although I don't think he's playing the aggressive one, which I don't think is that good. It has a lot of holes in it. But if I play the dire maul, he trades and he kills it. So do I play the dire maul or do I track? Because he's going to do 3 to me or he's going to do 3 to it.
Well, I think, what do you think is the correct play?
I'm going to take 3 or I'm going to lose card. I guess playing the card out, playing the dire maul is the correct play.
It's tracking.
It's tracking, okay. I need to choose quickly then. Companion?
Hatchet.
Hatchet, okay, interesting. And then, okay. And then we're not coining out anything.
No.
Okay, so next turn, we have, so I'm looking to possibly swing on, yeah, he's just going to do 3 to me. Okay, life drinker, that's good. So I'm not dire maul and coining out the hatchet, am I? No, I can dire maul, coin out the hatchet, and he kill his guy. That seems like a good play.
You realize that we have no follow-up.
Right, we have nothing to do on 3 then. Okay, so again, we just hero power and pass.
I was going to say it was the headhunter's hatchet and kill his guy.
Oh, okay.
I mean, hero power pass is not a terrible line, but it's also not great, because like, now a flanking's not nearly as effective.
Right. I mean, I flank guy gets a card.
Well, no, you would have been able to make it so he couldn't have penetrated into your dude, right? That's right. The big point here. You missed out the...
Okay. So now if I play the dire maul and hatchet his 1/2, right, he's then going to ping trade again anyway.
So we still have to flanking, right? The flanking's still the play. The problem is you just set yourself up for a less ideal flanking because you didn't play the weapon.
Right.
Playing the weapon for a 2/2 is fine in some situations.
Okay.
You know, had we had the companion right, or had we known we were like gonna get companion off the top, would have been better to go for dire maul, coin hatchet. But like we didn't know that we were gonna have a play, and like you can't bank on having a play because like that's unlikely in a lot of scenarios.
Yeah, we have 8.
If we had a master's call, it would have been a fine play too. But in that case, without knowing that we have a follow up, it's better to.
And then the companion, obviously we're looking not for Huffer. And then, or life, we could life drinker on 4. And then if it somehow sticks, we can dire frenzy it. Or we can, or on 5, we can mole and dire frenzy, which isn't too terrible either, considering it's a big butt. All right. Oh, okay. So I just flank his guy again then?
No.
No? We dire maul hatchet?
Yes, but why?
Because it develops something. We save it flanking potentially with something better because we can hatchet. And also, the hatchet is good now. And then a dire maul forced to stick. He can't do 1 to it and then hit it for 2. And then we can follow up. We also have potentially 5 damage with the Headhunter's Hatchet and the flanking strike next turn if you play something somehow with a 5 toughness.
Yeah. Well,
okay, so
the thing is, it also sets us up for like the dire frenzy potentially if he just plays a 4/4, or if he just plays like a 3/3, then maybe we're just like flanking again. What does that ultimately do in our game plan?
Right, the flanking we're trying to swing.
What do I always talk about?
Well, we always want to set up. We want to set up how to get control of the board in swing turns.
Maintaining options.
And now I have an option here because I can flank and hit this if I wanted to.
Yeah. Now we can like tracking and flanking it, right? Like how much better does that work out, right, over these turns? Because we.
Rexar.
Yeah.
Okay. So exactly. So we have a lot of options here. Now we take 5, but we're going to get 5 back, and we maintain board. And we have
the situation board is really important.
Right, because he obviously is playing a heavy board controlling hero power. There's no hero power. Then he's going to play the guy. Yeah. Unstoppable. So now I can hatch at his 4 and Rexar, get in for 1, and then start developing.
Yeah. Again, though, it's the Janali that I think he'll still get us with that. Can't really play around it, though.
Right.
This is a hard matchup for us, though.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, mages, except for tempo mages, always seem to be a problem.
Well, the control mage isn't nearly as hard because we have a much better ability to play long game, and they don't have quite the pressure. But this has like a good mix between board control, pressure, and counterplay. So like they have all the ways that like it kind of play around to what we're doing. So we can't go for just like one hard game plan, and we have to like play around multiple things. So it makes it really difficult for us.
Okay.
To counter what he's doing.
It's hard. It's hard to force him to make the bad play. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going face on that one. So I guess we're okay. Interesting. Would love to kill that if possible. Let's see. If I Dire Frenzy and Unleash, I don't have enough still. Dire Frenzy, Double Spring Paw is still not enough. So I can't do 7 that way. If I roll something with Animal Companion, if I roll Huffer, it's still, I would have to Unleash and roll Huffer. Unleash and roll, if I rolled Leok and Unleash, that's still not enough. So I think we build.
Well, no, we're going to start with a companion. We want to see what companion we get here.
Okay. Alright, so it's Huffer. So that's the only way I can kill it. So now I Unleash, or I double Spring Paw, and then still I can still
No, I think we just, well, yeah, I think you play the Spring Paw here, and then we're going to build. I'm just going to have to tell you exactly what to build here. So just kill those guys here, and then build really quickly, and I'll tell you exactly what to build.
Hatchling?
Yeah. Lifelink. Okay. Poison might have been good too, but I'm in a situation where I can get that out fast. So
right.
And Lifelink looks good. I didn't have enough time to fully think that over.
That's fine. It's just a 4/3 life stealer. I don't think it's, and then it would be 7/5 and 4/2. Oh, it's 4/2. Yeah, so 7/5. Okay, so we hard cast that. Okay. Rackling. I think it's Dire Frenzy because he can just hit it and then hit it. Oh, it's a great thing to have in the deck. I think we still build.
We're starting with build, so let's...
Yeah. The hatchling with adapt.
Galaka Crawler. It's just a bit cheaper.
It's cheaper and it's got a bigger butt on it anyway. Charge. It's with 3/4 charger. 3/4 charger for 3.
It's the Honey Mastiff. We want the flexibility of that as a removal.
Okay. So now, do I play? I could play the Life Drinker, adapt it, or play the Life Drinker and the Zombeast.
I think it has to be the Zombeast. Dire Frenzy it. It keeps us alive. It helps like keep us from dying right now.
Right, because the odds of being able to do 5, he has to have the Automaton and a Fire Eater, because then you can, do 6 or 8. Depends on how he what order he plays it in.
But he's probably just trading, right? And then
pinging. Yeah, trading and pinging gives me 7 life.
Well, it counters what he's doing. It puts us at a higher life total, which buys us more time for building beasts. And it's not a terrible beast to have Dire Frenzy in general, right? Because it works well with our Rhino, allows counterplay options.
Right. And then next turn, if I needed 8 damage on this, let's say he played Janalai, I could kill it with this.
Exactly. That's why we took it, right? Because if, worst case, if he plays a Janalai, then we still have at least a counterplay option.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't leave us completely dead in the water.
Right, because we don't have, there's a Hunter's Mark in this deck to rescue the day on an 8/8. And we're not praying to roll poison.
I think he's going to try and just roll and hit it. Oh no, he's going to blow it up. Which I think we're fine with. I mean, we still have other ways to get life steal. We still have things like Light and Goo to help us out.
Oh, these freaking arcane horn tyrants are quite annoying. Another Dire Frenzy. Interesting. So I can Dire Frenzy the Rhino and kill this. But I don't have a build to beast that turn. I Dire Frenzy almost anything, unless I Dire Frenzy this, but that still doesn't give me initiative. I Dire Frenzy the Rhino, I can kill this, and it still has 4 toughness.
Yeah, which makes it a good play, right? Because we want, and it also sets up, if we get the Master's Call, right, we can pick up that and potentially one of the Raptors, which could be a really powerful combination.
Right, so, but I'm killing this 4/4 with this, correct?
Yeah, we're killing it.
Okay. Right, and then now my life.
This keeps us with a minion on board that he has to kill, right? And if he can't kill it, then it leaves us in not a terrible situation.
Yep, there's Jaina. They always manage to get Jaina. All right, those are all of his life steal. Okay, so now hatchet is good because I can hatchet that down. I can trade into this. I think I build here because I have enough cheap stuff.
Yeah, we build.
Well, this will have charge. So I could blow up his board. I could blow up a small board with this.
Yeah, we probably want the bat.
Okay. And then Wind Fury, right? Because that'll be 5 mana versus 8 with stealth.
We probably want the stealth, right?
Okay. But so am I not playing it this turn then?
No, I think we do play it. I think we play it and trade it because it kills off his guy, right? The Wind Fury doesn't kill off his guy, right? We have to play extras to invest in killing it, right?
So now I trade into his Water Elemental.
Yeah.
And then go face with the Rhino.
Yeah, we're thinking about managing the board right now, right?
Right, that does manage the board better, yeah. And then obviously getting the hatchet going. If we get some life steal running here, and then we do get to manage the board a little bit better too, because I like to get a higher life total. And then we can also adapt this Rhino, which wouldn't be horrible, depending on maybe give it some more toughness or Divine Shield or something like that.
Again, he also just doesn't have a good way to kill this Rhino. Like his deck, the problem with the Mage deck is they have a lot of kill things, but like it's hard for him to easily deal with it.
So we build, right? Or do we try to adapt the Life Drinker?
I think we adapt on our Rhino, right? And then we double Echo Rush kill his guy.
Okay. The 1/1?
Yeah, +1/+1.
Okay. And then we double Rush kill his guy.
But use your Rhino on his 1/2, and the reason we're doing that is if he has a Flame Strike, he can't generate a Water Lily.
Okay, so use the Rhino on the 1/2, not the Razor Maw.
Yes, not the Razor Maw, right? Because you're preventing him from paying the Razor Maw and generating a Water Lily, and you're preventing him from using Flame Strike and generating a Water Lily, right?
Okay.
Both ways are good.
Right, because exactly. Okay, that makes sense.
So now if he just goes for a Flame Strike, right, he just wants to get rid of this Rhino on board because it's been a problem all game.
And it's kind of a weak turn playing out the Baku. Indicates that maybe his hand isn't that strong. Because again, like, do you really want to play Baku?
Or he just doesn't want to invest removal yet. Like he probably has board wipes, like a Flame Strike. He just doesn't want to invest it because like it's just so little value just to kill a singleton Rhino, right? He's using such a powerful move to do so little.
Right. He's hitting it for 1.
Darkness.
Which does nothing because it never procs. So, 7/5 life steal.
We start with Build a Beast.
Okay, so we have lethal. Because this is 9, that's 16.
We don't. I mean, like, so we have
9,
13,
16. This is 6, this is 22, and this is 24. We have 24. and then we can still build. So we could also get like
take the Halazi.
Take the Halazi, not the fledgling. I have charge.
I guess the fledgling is actually fine. Yeah. Take the gastropod because we can use that with our rhino. Do the play you just talked about, the life drinker, and send everything face, right? He can trade in and kill our rhino, or he can flame strike. But like if he's at 4, right, and he does one of those plays, he doesn't stay alive. Because we'll have like 11 on the crackback. So even if he gains armor here, he goes 12. He gains 7 right now. He goes down to 3, and then even if he gains armor here with an artificer, it shouldn't matter. I would have gone for this play if we just didn't have lethal on the crackback.
Right. Yeah, because I have lethal right here. 5.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing you taught me is when you have the opportunity to get them to get them low, sometimes it's better to actually just get them down low, and then you have follow up. It's not like you're getting them down low with 0 cards in your hand and no hero power.
Well, it's knowing that if we get them down low, that it matters, right? Because sometimes you can get them down low, but it doesn't mean you have the guaranteed lethal, right? The thing is about getting them down low there was that because we would have had to trade otherwise, right?
Exactly. And it forced him to deal with the board then. And then we had, again, having that second rhino over the top was definitely really good because he had no taunt, All right, a different mage, not the same guy. We would have the early game here, but you're saying early game is probably not good, and the Razor Maw is also pretty weak against if he's odd. So I think maybe this. Keep 1 hatchet, keep the dire maul. We are on the draw.
Good. Yeah, that is the correct keep.
Okay.
Because if we were on the play, we would keep the
crackling.
Yeah, crackling. But the thing is, if he's odd, which most of them are right now, some form of odd.
So we're hoping he doesn't have a 1 drop, which he doesn't. So now we can more safely play at the dire maul. And then if he does play a 1 drop, I can hatch it up and hatchet it.
Yeah, if you've noticed, what I've been trying to do is make it so, because the way we want to deal